Nelson Aldridge. Aldridge wins the first tap. And it is a bit of a scrimmage at ground level. Bailey Scortino dishes it off. Huge numbers around the contest, early days. Here's an opportunity for Faruga. Aldridge can put the Kookaburras inside forward. 50. Nearly an opportunity for Westlake. Unable to take it cleanly there was Tyson Henry. And now Seville look to exit their defensive half of the ground. O'Keefe has found himself in the back line. Interesting one. Here is Lockie Hewitt. Kicks into the pocket for Faruga. Can he run on it when he can't take the mark? And the ball trickles over the boundary line and will be thrown back into play. So boundary thrown in the forward pocket for Warburton-millgrove, who've got the early territory. Bit of a chaotic start to the game. So it looks like Jack Nolan, a late omission. Up it goes. Tap was one opportunity for Tom Maher. There's a free kick for a hold, is it? It's going to go Warburton-millgrove's way. So the Kookaburras will get an early look at goal.
First shot on goal this early in the game. They've been pretty controlling of it in the forward half for the minute or so that we've been playing.
They most certainly have. So it looks like Jack Lee will take the shot at goal here. And this will be the perfect start for the Kookaburras. Get a nice early one on the board. Get some confidence early days in this game. So Jack Lee, one of the co-skippers this side alongside Nelson Aldridge. From about 30 out on a slide angle. And he comes. It looks pretty good off the boot. And it holds the line. He's got the first goal in the match of the round. Warburton-millgrove 1-0-6. To Seville, yet to score. We'll be going 1.5 minutes into the first quarter. Just the start that the Kookaburras would have wanted at him.
Yeah, of course it is. So to score one this early, it's a bit of a blow. It's the tone you want to set, and really good start from Warby. It could be certainly an interesting one if they've scored that quickly. So hopefully Seville can just sort of bounce back from that one, and then score again or score against.
So it's back in the middle, Aldridge and Farrow. Farrow went early, Aldridge waited at ground level, he grabbed out of the ruck and he just handballs it forward. Here's an opportunity for Jake Upton, but he's turned it over. Cesare soccers it forward, but it's going to be turned over. Picked up by Michaela, I believe it is. He's wrapped up in a tackle straight away. Good pressure provided by the Seville attackers. And it's going to be a stoppage at about centre half forward here for all the Blues. So can Seville respond? Once again, Farrow and Aldridge. Neither ruck able to get a tap and just hit one of the Seville players' head. And I think that might be a free kick. Sorry, was it a Warby play? That might be a free kick for third man up, potentially. I'm not too sure. So Scortino looked about, yes, it will be. So Farrow will get the free kick. So a little bit unlucky there for Warburton-millgrove. Farrow puts him inside forward, 50. No mark can be taken, knocked away from Josh Neal, and the ball trickles over the boundary line, and it will be thrown back into play.
It's on the far side of the ground now, right into the scoreboard. The umpire looks to throw this one back into play. Ruckman get ready. So O'Keefe will go against Aldridge here. This ball's thrown back into play here. They fight for front position. O'Keefe probably got the tap from the back. Now it's falling to ground level. Tackle's laid, so they're not going to quite get it out here. The umpire's going to ask for the ball back to bowl it up.
So Adam, this really could be a good opportunity for Nelson Aldridge to dominate, given that he's up against Ryan Farrow, hasn't played ruck at all this season.
Yeah, absolutely, especially in this deep forward line, or in their case, their back line. So Nelson Aldridge easily could just take the footy out of the ruck and just go for a run.
Aldridge on cue did win that ruck tap as well. The ball's thrown up into play now. No ruck getting it, but Aldridge just grabs it out of the ruck, then gives a handball. Now a scruffy kick forward. Can Amabi take it? No, it's punched. But can they get one out the back here? No, it's going to be rushed over for a minor score. So, ball to be brought back into play here.
Certainly a risky kick to kick it back across goal.
100% it is. We taught that in juniors, don't kick across the
Never
goals.
do it.
Now the ball to be brought back into play here. Play on from fullback, and then just go wide down the line. Can might be taken down there, flying high, unable to take it, but Warburton-millgrove were almost gone there until a big strong tackle was laid by Benniger, stopping them in their tracks. They'll be balled up here. So our ruckman get ready. Farrow and Aldridge. Aldridge wins this tap down with the size difference, using it to his advantage there. This one's helped over the line for another boundary throw in on the far side of the ground, right near where the supporters are over there. So the ball. So it'll be interesting with how Aldridge can dominate this ruck contest going up against probably Farrow you don't normally see in the ruck. Limited to ruckman, they are Seville at the moment as the tackle is laid there. Not really going very far, so currently here at half forward here for Seville. Ball thrown up into play. No ruck can get it. Both hold on to each other. Umpire says play on. Then a tackle is laid, so it's going to be a throw in and a bit going on after the ball as well. So now the ball to be thrown back up on the other side of the ground. Players gone down behind play as well. It's a bit of feeling early in First Nations round. Tapped down one Aldridge, but Seville managed to get the clearing handball, but it's turned over, and here go Warburton-millgrove again. They do a long kick straight up the middle. Can a mark be taken, or can they get one out the back? Streaming away to goal. Here they go. Pick it up. Snap towards goal, and it got it. Coming off the boot there, Lockie Hewitt. They have their second now. Fast start here for Warburton-millgrove at home.
Yep, 2 goals straight 12. Seville just the one behind. And this is exactly the start that the Kookaburras would have wanted. Seville yet to hit the scoreboard with a goal, just the one rush behind. And Warby will be very happy with this start for sure. Just wait for the ball to come back into the middle.
It's really quick ball movement considering it was back of the centre circle, and it was just like 3 touches and sprinted up the guts and then come away with the goal for Hewitt. So really well done for Warby.
So it's back in the middle once again. Farrow up against Aldridge. Aldridge goes early and he does win this tap. Opportunity for Mar, but Ryan Farrow does well. Gets a centre clearance for the Blues. A long kick looking for O'Neill. Gonna fall short of everyone though. Warby can pounce off half back here. In goes O'Neill. Good strong tackle. And the umpire comes in, calls for a stoppage at half forward for the Blues. So what can Seville manufacture here? They need to get a response. Warby have started quickly again. Neither ruckman getting the hit out, and this is going to be a free kick to Farrow. So Aldridge called for a hold. He's not too happy about it. And Ryan Farrow might line up the goals here. He does have a long leg on him. And this is usually his forte. He does usually play it forward, so this is going to work out for him here. He gets a look at goal. And this maybe just to get his confidence up a little bit. Get one back on Nelson Aldridge, who has started this game really well. So Ryan Farrow going to have to kick this all of about 46, 47 metres with a little angle to deal with. Looks pretty good off the boot. It's coming back. And he's got it, Ryan Farrow. He's got the first goal for the Blues. They get a response. 1-1-7 Seville to Warburton-millgrove. 2 straight 12. We've been going 7 minutes into the first quarter.
Immediately liked it off the boot there, did Farrow?
Absolutely, he did. He already had his arm up, flexing and cheering pretty much before he dropped the ball.
Big role for him today.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Right. Without Jack Nolan in the side, of course, no Deng Nai either. I'm not sure if he's going to come back into the side at any point this season, not too sure. So it's back in the middle, Aldridge again and Farrow. Aldridge just grabs out of the ruck this time, but that wasn't a very effective kick at all. Here's an opportunity. O'Neill sends it long on the boot inside forward, 50, turned it over. And the Warby defence hold up for the moment. That was Ben Pretty as that 25 now. Umpire just putting O'Neill back on the mark. So Pretty goes across. Interesting looking kick, looking for Tom Barr. Just a bit wide of him though. He did get a fingertipper to it, but it trickles over the boundary line and it will be thrown back into play. So 5 points the difference if you're just tuning in. 2 straight 12 Warburton-millgrove to Seville, 1-1-7. Boundary thrown at half forward for the Blues, broadcast side of the ground. Up it goes. I think Farrow got the better of that one. Opportunity for Caneva. Was that high contact? No, umpire calls him to go. Huge numbers around the contest. And through comes the umpire and calls for the stoppage.
So stoppage. Outside the top of the 50 here for Seville. Farrow goes in and follows up his work and gets a clearing kick away, but not very far as Warburton-millgrove look to pounce on this now, and then they can. Here they go through to Lee. Lee puts it forward. And nice mark taken by Lockie Hewitt, one of the 2 goal kickers so far today. He goes short to Faruga. And Faruga immediately wheels around and looks to bring it into the middle of the ground. It's a beautiful looking kick as they try and open up the game here. Now they go long down the line. Kennan might be taken inside 450. Humphreys going after it. Loses his feet. Really good spoil. 1-on-1 there by Seville. Winning that was Iacone. Really good 1-on-1 victory there on Bailey Humphrey. One of the young stars for Warburton-millgrove. So now, ball's thrown back into play. Tapped down there, won by Westlake. Now they look to move it forward here. Little snapping kick into the Humphrey direction. Humphrey turns around, snap around his body, and he's got it! So after losing that 1-on-1 battle against Iacone before, Humphrey pays the favour back by winning it at ground level, turning him inside out, snapping around his body.
Very, very well done by Bailey Humphrey. And that's the kind of player that he is. He can do it at ground level, and he can play as a lead up as well. So we'll be getting the margin back out to 11 points. 3 straight 18 to the Blues at 1-1-7. So definitely having the better of this contest so far are the home side as we wait for the ball to come back into the middle. Bailey Humphrey hits the scoreboard for the first time today. So it's going to be a big matchup.
It's not to say that Seville haven't been doing particularly well either. So they've been really moving the ball well in their forward half. Just it's just been more opportunities for Warburton-millgrove
Exactly right.
throughout the contest.
play now as the banter umpire gets it back to the field umpire, and ball's back in the middle. Aldridge and Farah to go at it.
So ball back in the middle now, ready to throw it up here. Millgrove with the fast start. Aldridge wins that tap down. Baker's after, can't quite pick it up, but running away over Henry. Now they get a kick inside 450 for Hewitt out the back. Can they get it here? Not quite. Seville doing well to hold up, but Warburton-millgrove's forward pressure is enormous here. Gets out the back. Can they clean this one up? Kick off the ground. Bar. Going to go through for a minor score there. So Warburton-millgrove just all over Seville here early on. So you go, sorry.
Back in the play, Scortino with his first kicking duty of the day. Long left leg, out of defence. Aldridge will park himself underneath it though and takes a good intercepting mark. Peered into the corridor momentarily, had Baker. And now he puts him inside 450. Woolridge on the lead has got it. So Braden Woolridge has started forward and he's got an opportunity from about 35 out directly in front. And this to potentially push it out to an 18-point difference and make a good start, a very good start here for the Kookaburras. So Braden Woolridge.
Do you know Danny Suffin played forward?
In he comes with a slow, deliberate approach. They've already got 3 goals so far, the home side. Can they make it 4? Braden Woolridge leans back a little bit, but it'll do. It's a good kick for goal. He's got his first. Warby-millgrove, 4-1-25. Lead Seville, 1-1-7. We'll be going 11 and a half minutes into the first quarter.
Yeah, really dominant display from Warby just then. Really good lead too. Just didn't have anyone really near him, which is quite impressive. Just really simple mark and just went back and slotted it, which absolutely is just going to be a key part of this game. I feel like it's going to be a real shootout today, and that's already been proven a little bit with only the 2 behind scored across the game.
It's going to have to be, particularly for the Blues now, Adam. They're going to need to get their way back into this with a couple of goals. Nathan O'Keefe on a wing here, which is an interesting one, but anyway, up it goes. Farah and Aldridge neither up them on the tap. Aldridge does get the clearance, goes out wide looking for Ferguson, couldn't stick the mark. Socket forward for the Blues. Opportunity for Sonny Saniga without his long sleeves on today. Bit of a rarity to see that, and the ball trickles over the line and will be thrown back into play. Nearing half forward for Seville.
I knew there was something weird going on. No long sleeves. Be cool.
Weird day to do it too.
Yeah, exactly right. A little bit chilly out there. Aldridge from the back wins the tap up against Farrow. Seville trying to burst their way inside forward 50, but they've been penalised for holding the ball. No, Warby, in fact, penalised for holding the ball. So here's an opportunity for Aspen O'Neill. O'Neill loads up on the left. Oh, he's pulled the kick a little bit, but he's found Aloy, has he? No, he couldn't stick the mark, but he's won himself a free kick. So Dominic Aloy, the leading goal kicker for the Blues, will get his first opportunity today, and they need this one desperately. Currently 18 points adrift of the Kookaburras. And he will line them up from 20 out pretty much directly in front. So this very crucial for Seville. If you're just tuning in, it is 4-1-25 to Warburton-millgrove. Seville 1-1-7. And Dominic Aloy, their leading goal kicker for the year, gets his opportunity to have a say in this game. In he comes to get it back to 12 points. And he makes no mistake at all. Dominic Aloy gets his first goal for the match of the round. 2-1-13 Seville to Warburton-millgrove 4-1-25. And we've been going 13 and a half minutes into the first quarter. Very good finish there, Adam.
Yeah, absolutely it was. I just think that to find the way out of the tackle, there was a really good tackle late. Got a hold on the ball for a kick, and then just made it really simple for Seville from that point on. And really well kicked as well.
And always very good, Trent, to see key forwards doing some defensive work as well.
Yeah, always really is. Playing defensive roles. It's always good when you see the big boys get in and lay some big, strong tackles to really make their presence known. This ball's going to be thrown back up here. Farah and Aldridge to go at it again. Aldridge wins that tap down. They can go through here. Tackle laid. Half slips it. He's going to get a high contact free kick for his troubles as well. He's going to come back to Tom Maher. Gives it off to Baker. Baker puts a kick inside 450. Looking for Humphrey, it looks like. Yes, it is Humphrey. Unable to hold the mark, but it's tapped forward now. Seville looking to get it, but Barr goes in and gets it. He's met with a strong tackle. Umpire says play on the far side of the ground. Couple of handballs there. Humphrey's in the area, so is Baker. They look to put a kick inside 450 now. Can a mark be taken? No, yes it is, but it's going to be intercepted by Sonny Saniga, averaging 7.5 intercepts. Intercept possessions a game, as well as 26.5 disposals. Can this one be cut off though? Interesting kick, and he might have put his teammate into trouble. Now they get a kick moving forward. Woolridge is out the back. Woolridge is going to grab this. Woolridge for a chance to put through his second.
There we go.
So he goes through his motions, makes his way back now. Very interesting. Sonny Sanagar normally a beautiful kick of the footy, but just probably bit off a bit too much than he could chew. Now kick forward by Woolridge, and he's got 2 in the first. Good start here from Warburton-millgrove at home.
Yep, and this move forward for Woolridge working out very well, Adam.
Yeah, absolutely it is. Just being the big man in the forward line is something that you can just win contests like that. You can play to the strengths of your tools very well, and he's clearly a pretty strong man. So yeah, just busting through and taking these massive leads. It's kind of hard to hang on. Kind of hard to tail someone when they're just that much bigger than you, and you just can't beat him in the contest without giving away a free kick.
Exactly right. He had plenty of room to work with as well, so it's back in the middle.
Ball thrown up there. Aldridge again gets the tap down. Henry gets him moving forward here for Warburton-millgrove. The tackle is laid in the far side now. The umpire blows his whistle. So it's going to be a ball up. On the wing, creeping even more further to Warburton-millgrove's forward line. They already have 5 this quarter. Tap down there, 1 by Seville, and they can try and get the ball moving forward, but a nice strong tackle, but they managed to get out of it. Breaking away was Morrison. They bring it up the middle of the ground. And here they go. Malchari, thank you, Aiden. But they've turned it over to Henry. Henry now puts a kick inside forward 50. Can Amar be taken? Yes, it can. But it's intercepted. Seville on the counter-attack. Waste no time. How's the mark? I thought he nearly had it, but Aloy managed to pick it up. Snaps around his body. Can he get it inside forward 50 effectively? No, it's going to go over the boundary line for a boundary throw in. About 35 from home inside the forward 50 of Seville. So not bad news, not where they would have wanted it, but they will want to try and make something of this as Warburton-millgrove look to control the game in this first quarter.
So boundary throw-in inside the forward 50 of the Blues. Currently 18 points adrift of the home side, the Kookaburras. Up it goes. So it looks like that man there, Bayer, was it? Goes up in the ruck. Aldridge got front position on him. There's a whistle for holding the ball, and this is going to go Seville's way. So another opportunity for the Blues. They're going to look to pull the trigger. No, they pull it short, and here is Tippia Trentoni. Umpire said not 15, play on. His kick was smothered. Opportunity for Cooper Colley. Spins out of trouble. Kicks to the top of the square. Neil, can he take the mark? No, he can't. It wasn't Neil, sorry, it was O'Keefe, and it was fisted away from him. And through for the second rush behind of the afternoon. So the Blues now, 2-2-14. Do try Warburton-millgrove at 5 at 1 at 31. We'll be going 7.5 minutes into the first quarter. So Pretty in the back pocket. Got plenty of options ahead of him, but he decides to kick backwards for the moment. In no real hurry. Now they come up the line to the broadcast side. Tom Barr with front position on Cesare, and he takes a good strong mark, does Tom Barr. So Barr assesses the options down the line. Rothwell provides one. He decides against that. He'll go beyond him. High trajectory ball. Farrow did well in the one-on-one up against Woolridge, and he takes the intercepting mark. He peers into the corridor. He's got Morrison on his own if he spots him, but he decides against that. Goes straight back down the line, but he's kicked it straight to a couple. Warby plays Neil, though, provides a good contest, and this might still work out for the Blues. They get a free kick for high contact, so they can continue to press. Big opportunity now. Friedman squares it up, and the mark is taken inside forward 50, Morrison. So they'll get a look from directly in front, about 35 out. Blake Morrison, can he get this back to 11 points, the difference? They are fighting so hard, Seville. Warby been very good so far, but the Blues making a good contest of it nonetheless. So Blake Morrison, big opportunity for him here. The Kookaburras need this. Sorry, the Blues, in fact, need this to go through. In he comes, as mentioned, from about 35 out directly in front. It looks pretty good off the boat, and it is straight over the goal umpire's cap. Morrison gets his first for the afternoon. He gets Seville's third, and he gets it back to 11 points the difference. A Warburton-millgrove at 5-1-31 to Seville 3-2-20, and we have been going at 19 minutes into the first quarter. Adam, much to go there for the Blues.
Absolutely, and that was a really fluid piece of play just then. So really well done. Got the high contact free kick on the I was going to say the van side, the commentary side of the ground, and then got a really good kick to Morrison. Morrison could not have been any more down the middle of the ground, just really well crossed, and just really good goal to go with.
Spot on. Now, Trent, it certainly feels like the Warby midfield is making the most of this ruck mismatch.
Yeah, Woolridge has gone in there now, but Seville can try and go forward, but a great intercept mark taken there by Ben Pretty. Pretty, now that gives a handball off and they play on, but this is going to be cut off. So Seville have the chance to go back inside for Scoratino. He gets probably kicked where he didn't exactly want it to go in, not to the advantage, but he's mopping it up there is going to be Jai Scoratino. They can get a kick inside 450, and a mark is taken by O'Neill. Mason O'Neill. Is he within range?
He's backing himself in.
Sorry. He quickly plays on to open up the angle a bit more. Kick is on its way and kick is through. Wasted no time through the momentum and decided to get a bit more leg room, ran in and put it straight through the middle.
He's a bit mercurial, isn't he, Trent? He had a bit of an almost game a couple of weeks ago at Yarra Glen. It felt like he could have kicked the bag, but he gets his opportunity there, and it feels a bit unthinkable that Seville are only 5 points behind. Warby have been that good, but they've really made a good fist of this, Trent.
Yeah, they really have. Obviously, Warburton-millgrove came up with the fast start, and now they've made the... as I mentioned, they made the switch with Woolridge and Aldridge in the ruck. And going in the ruck also is Bayo for Seville.
So it is back in the middle, and can the Blues hit the front? Haven't been in front so far in this game.
So just waiting for the umpire to get set here as they make their way in to ball this one up. Throw it up now. Woolridge went early, but still manages to get tap on the way down. Yeah, they move the ball forward. Warburton-millgrove looking to try and get it moving. Woolridge puts himself into the ball, goes in hard, cops a hard hit too, but gets up straight away. Ball still in the bottom of the ground. No one really pick it up. Henry comes at it, but he's met at it. Hard at it was Jack Friedman. Ball at the bottom of the pack. The umpire blows his whistle to ball this one up. Notices it's not going anywhere. So he'll throw this one up. In the middle of the ground. Woolridge gets the tap down there for Warburton-millgrove, and they try to go forward here. Henry, smart kick, just over the head. No, Faruga, no, he's spilled it. And now Sonny Sanigan mops it up, but he's turned it over to Hewitt. Already has one, doesn't know where he wants to go. Spins his opponent inside out. Then from the boundary, how is it? He put it through. He looked like he was lost, but I think he just conned his opponent in and spinned him inside out and gone bang from the pocket. Bit of magic there from Lockie Hewitt.
He is a dead-eye, Trent. He really misses Lockie Hewitt, and that is a special goal from the pocket.
That is fantastic. Did nothing but twist and turn. I reckon he just wanted to make it look harder so it looks great on tape. It was really well kicked, and really looked like he didn't know what to do with it. But just turned around, flexed his muscles, and kicked it straight through the sticks, and it's really good there.
Yeah, very hard for the big boys to be able to sell candy like that, but Lockie Hewitt, he made it look pretty easy. So 6-1-37 now, plays 4-2-26. Woolridge wins the tap up against Bayer. Bayer does the work at ground level, but he lost his footing at the wrong time. Cessary's in the area, he's got it now, gets a kick away. Through plenty of players, here's Cooper Colley. Was he pushed in the back? No, umpire calls him to go. Opportunity for Brock Caneva. It was picked up though by Baker. His handball in the corridor, a dangerous one, nearly turned it over. Warby though, can force a stoppage, and that's exactly what they do. So a ball up just forward to centre now for the Blues. Can they get a responding goal? Woolridge and Bayer. Woolridge taps back into the corridor. Baker again with an opportunity. Here is Tyson Henry. Gets a handball away to Caneva. Caneva over the top to Tom Barr. Eventually gets the bounce of the ball to go his way. He can put the Blues inside, so that Kookaburra's inside forward 50. Tom Barr, kick towards goal. Looks pretty good, and he's... Oh, just fallen short. Well done there by Benninger. Gets back on the last line of defence and cuts it off. Really important that for the Blues, not to concede a jump time goal. So Benninger tucked away in the back pocket. He's got Medson up the line if he wants him. He's in a one-on-one though up against Hudson Semple. Directs the troops. So Benninger loads up on the right boot, sends a long one. Can Bayer get to the contest? He can. Gets a fist in. Opportunity for Scorteo and Cesare. But here's Brock Caneva. Kick towards goal, and he's absolutely nailed it. No, he's hit the post.
Oh, no.
Just drifted late.
No, Aiden.
It just drifted late. Looked pretty good. And a reprieve for Seville. Caneva 6-2-38. So it will be Millgrove 6-2-38. Seville 4-2-26. Sonny Sanigan with a kick in duties. Assesses the options up the line. I think he's going to take on the corridor here, and he is. So an attacking play by the Blues might work out, but no mark can be taken, but it is going to be a free kick. So this could just work out here for Seville. Might be able to get a late one before quarter time, and they continue to press through the corridor. Here's an opportunity for Di-Pietrantonio. Unable to take the mark. Now Warby can counter-attack. Long kick to half forward. Can Faruga get there? Yes, he can. Well done, Jack Faruga. Good work rate. He's got Westlake if he spots him. He's got Aldridge as the deepest forward. Goes long. Looking for Westlake, but the kick's a bit shallow. And Sonny Sanigan, like he does best, he cuts it off. A good intercept mark. Comes back into the corridor and finds Bailey Scortino. Dishes off to Sanigan, who's got a beautiful right boot, but he's...
Another whistle.
25-metre penalty.
Ooh.
So it's going to come back to Scortino, and probably the right thing, or probably the good thing for Seville, because Sanigan ran into a brick wall. Scortino just goes short, and it works out to Elides. Fumbled it momentarily. He's got Di-Pietrantonio over the top, but he goes beyond him. Looking for Neal. Can't take the mark. Knocked away by Trendy. But They've got the ball in the back pocket, Warburton-millgrove, but I think they're going to be escorted over the boundary line, and it will be thrown back into play. Deep into the attacking zone of the Blues. So Mandry throwing inside forward 50. What can Seville manufacture here? Can they get a responding goal? Up it goes. Woolridge wins the tap. Opportunity for Lee. Bailey Scortino gets a handball away. Cesare kick towards goal. Oh, it's cut off on the goal line. A goalkeeping save comes out to Rothwell, but he's taken a dumping tackle by Josh Neal, and it's escorted over the boundary line, and it will be thrown back into play.
Nearly a goal there for Seville, but a bit of goalkeeping action happening on the line there. So the umpire to throw this one back into play. We've been going just 26 minutes into this first quarter, so siren won't be too far away. So ball's thrown back into play. Bayer probably got the better of Woolridge there. Tackle laid. The umpire blows his whistle. And he'll reset play here. 6-2-38, leads 4-2-26. Warburton-millgrove with the early lead. It's been a pretty even quarter, tossing and turning between momentum. Now Baker gets it for Warburton-millgrove, gets a kick out, and does that really well. Finding a teammate there, straight into the hands of Caneva. Caneva, sorry. Tackles lay, the umpire blows his whistle, he's going to be rewarded. Baker just kind of holding him up, the ladies. The ladies now gives the ball off to the person who should have the free kick.
What's his name, Trent?
Damn it. No, come back to me. Ball in the middle of the ground. Kick inside forward 50 now, handball out. There's been a whistle for a trip, and it's going to come back to Warburton-millgrove. I don't think all the players heard the whistle.
Very fortunate too for Warbies, that would have been holding the ball otherwise.
Now the ball moving forward to Barr. Geez, Barr's jumper's already dirty on the back number there. He's already been in amongst it. Oh, geez, bit of a late
wowzers.
Kick. Straight up there, though. They get the ball moving forward. Barr gets it back for the 1-2. Now a kick to half forward for Ruger. Sets himself, does well with the bodywork, but he's in a 2-on-1. So they managed to mop it up here, Seville. And they get out of trouble for now. Kick down the line. Bayer parks himself. So does Aldridge. Can they get one out the back here? Yes, they can, but it's at ground level now. The umpire's probably going to blow his whistle, and that he does to ball this one up. So now, ball right in front of us, really. So it's reset play. Aldridge wins that tap down, but it's sharked. And Baker gets it though on the turnover. Does this stay in play? No, it doesn't. Car watch. Ooh, just missed it. Oh, no. Taking two on that second bounce. Oh, good hands. Yes, good hands. So we thrown kick back into play here now. And then they assessing their options. Kick into, oh geez, that's probably not the right option as Baker cuts it off. But he's met with a strong tackle. Barr goes in and gets it, puts his head over it. But then he's stripped of it. Sun really comes out here for it. O'Neill goes in, fights hard, and gets a handball moving forward. But another strong tackle laid there. Geez, the tackling pressure from both teams is right up.
And there's a bit of feeling in this too.
There's a free kick. Going the way of Westlake, so I'm holding the ball, I think. Interesting call. So Westlake gets a kick moving forward now. Woolridge presents, unable to quite hold the mark. It's spoiled. Barr goes in again and gets it at ground level. Geez, he's been hard at it this quarter. Now a bit going on again after it, and now a bit going on in the middle as well.
I think it's just ball up here.
No, it's not. It's a dangerous tackle.
There we go. So Tom Barr, the recipient of the free kick. We can put Warby inside forward 50. Hewitt provided the lead. He decided against that. Low trajectory ball, and he's turned it straight over Sonny Saniga with another intercept mark. He's already had a few in this game, 3 or 4 at least. He goes through the corridor, dangerous option. Aloy couldn't take the ball cleanly. Nearly an opportunity for Farrow. Got Warby on the counter attack. Loy can put him inside forward 50. He might go all the way himself. Was it touched? I don't think it was. It's a goal. Lay's nailed it from range. And Warby get the margin back out to 8 points. Brilliant stuff there from Jack Lee. 7-2-44, leads 4-2-26. We've been going 29 and a half in what's been a very long first quarter, and what a good quality game it's been so far, Adam.
Yeah, it's been a very good quality game. I'm just looking out on the field at the moment. There seems to be a second whistle has been blown, and I'm not exactly sure why. I don't know if it was just to break up some players or if there's a free kick being paid out of the middle.
I think you're right, Adam. It's going to be a free kick out of the middle, so it's going to go straight to Ryan Farrow.
Yeah, okay.
So Warby kept the goal.
Oh.
No.
what's going on in a moment. I think it is a free kick to Seville. The umpire just explaining something to one of the players.
Okay.
So Farah, the recipient of the free kick. He loads up on the right boot. Looking for O'Keefe. It's gone beyond him. No mark can be taken. Where are the crumbers? Coley, kick out of the pack. And he's got it! Instant response for Seville. They get one back.
And it's on again.
In fact, I think it might have been Morrison. But either way, the Blues, what a goal that was. 7-2-44. Seville 5-2-32. 12 points of difference. 30 and a half gone into the first quarter. 12 goals all up across both sides.
Like we said, it was going to be a sharpshooter game, isn't it? Only the 4 behinds. And the 12 goals, which is an insane number. What did we have in the first quarter the other week? Who was that between Wandon and...
No, Yarra Glen and Seville.
Yarra Glen and Seville, yeah. Well, again, it's Seville just showing that they're a sharpshooting, fast-starting side. So, certainly an entertainment crowd, entertainment for this crowd.
And that really was something from nothing. So, Aldridge back in the ruck. He wins the tap as well. Opportunity for Tim McHale. Here's the goal kicker, Morrison. He's kicked all the afternoon. Tom Barr taking another dumping tackle. And there's a siren. And that is quarter time here in the match of the round between Warburton-millgrove and Seville. And there's plenty of feeling out there, to say the least. The scores at the moment, Warburton-millgrove 7-2-44, lead Seville at 5-2-32. Adam, what an intriguing start to this game so far.
Certainly is. Heaps of goals, heaps of feeling in it, and you can tell that these two are going at each other as we're seeing more and more fighting in the middle. Just making sure there's no any umpiring cards or anything like that at the moment. No, everything seems to all be in order. So, yeah, absolutely. It's been a fiery start. It's certainly provided for a really entertaining matchup for the first quarter. And if this...
In the continuation of Warburton-millgrove versus Seville, Aldridge wins the tap. Tom Barr couldn't gather it cleanly. Ryan Farah unable to do so as well. In goes Caneva. It's a bit of a scrappy ball to start off with in the second quarter. And eventually the Blues get it under their control. Tristan O'Neill goes out wide and does well to find Mason O'Neill, who wheels round onto the right boot. Low trajectory ball, and he's turned it over. And the intercepting mark is taken here by Tom Marr. So Marr, he peered into the corridor momentarily. Could have gone out wide. He just goes long down the line all the way to about half forward. Can the mark be taken here for Warburton-millgrove? No, but there's a free kick for a hold. And this is going to go the way of Westlake. No, it's not. Tim McHale, in fact, puts him inside forward 50. He's got a man all that in his own. And it's Lockie Hewitt. And he's going to back himself in. And he is usually a very good kick for goal. So definitely not beyond him this. Kick of at least about 45 metres on a pretty tight angle. But this would be the perfect start for the Kookaburras to push the margin back out to 18 points. Lockie Hewitt, in he comes. Looks pretty good off the boot. It just offline, just couldn't quite get it to come back enough. So Hewitt, he kicked a really good goal in that first quarter, just couldn't quite get that one. 7-3-45 now, Warburton-millgrove to Seville, 5-2-32. So you wait for the ball to come back over to the fence. I think Josh Scortino, no. Sonny Saniger, in fact, will take the kick in duties. Usually pretty reliable by foot. But yeah.
When we get it eventually from over the
yeah, he's kicked it into the next postcode, as they say. Adam, here we go. It's come back eventually.
And the young fella's given it back to him. That's pretty good.
So Saniger loads up on the right. Sends it down the line. Can Aloy take the mark? No, he can't. Ball spills to ground level. Umpire calls them to go and eventually calls for a stoppage. So a ball up at half forward for Seville. Warburton-millgrove, sorry, in fact. So up it goes. Aldridge in the ruck up against Farah, and Farah to get the better of that tap. Huge numbers around the contest, and the umpire will call for it again. So repeat stoppages on the outer side of the ground. So it's a bit of a gridlock. Aldridge and Farrell to do battle once again. Aldridge probably got the better of that one. O'Neill tries to bust his way through. Handballs back into the corridor. Dangerous one, but the Blues are away here. They're on the counter-attack. Up and under. Ball! Oh, good mark taken by Dylan Walker. It's the second real gutsy mark he's taken today. He just parked himself underneath the ball. He knew that there was some heat coming, but...
25 been paid as well, yep.
Yeah, it was pretty tight. We'll back the umpire in, so Dylan Walker probably won't be brought within range, but...
Oh, maybe.
He might be backing himself in. He's going to have to kick this at least 50, 55 metres, but no, he's going to back himself in on the set shot. Dylan Walker, no. Pulls the kick at the last moment. Can someone get out the back here? It'll be Sonny Sanigar, and he'll rush it to safety. So 7-4-46 now, Warburton-millgrove to 5-2-32 as the Blues get the ball to half back.
So Blues Looking to pounce off half back here, and they go wide. Can Amabi taking? Yes, it can, but it's intercepted. So Warburton-millgrove look to bring the ball back inside forward 50 here. Now, kick, they play on, kick deep inside, but it looks like Saniga will mop this one up. Barr comes in to make a quick contest, does that well. But Saniga goes in, out tackle with a whistle being blown, and it's going the way here of Warburton-millgrove. Didn't quite see what it was given for, but it's a comeback to Liam Westlake.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. Just couldn't see what the umpire was signalling, so.
So Westlake will line up here for his first of the afternoon.
No, he's kicked 2. Sorry, he's kicked 1 so far.
For his second of the afternoon.
A bit of confusion because he's not wearing his usual number 31, but yeah, this is goal number 2 he's lining up for.
So Westlake now to come in. About 35 from home. Slide angle. Kick, it's on its way. Kick looks pretty good, and he's put it through for his second.
There we go.
Keep wearing that number 22 if you're going to start kicking goals like that, I say. 2-2-2s all around.
That was very well kicked. Got the free kick. Pretty easy. Just went back and slotted. Probably about 45. So really just composed himself and got the goal. So another one for Warby. 8-4-52 to 5-2. 32. So it's a 20-point lead. It's another 2 for you.
So, the old numerology, Adam.
So the ball to come back in the middle. Aldridge to go against Farrow. Farrow also wearing the 22. Now Farrow looks to follow up his work. Ball at the bottom of the pack. Scortino gets a handball out. And now the Blues can move the ball forward. O'Keefe's in the area but can't quite get into position. Lloyd gets it, but he's met with a strong tackle. Now they try and get the ball moving here to Warburton-millgrove. And they get out of trouble for now. Kick over the top. And it's done well to find a teammate there. On the far side of the ground. They were looking for the switch, but they didn't quite get it. Walker has a look. Walker's another one. He's normally a liker of the long sleeves and short sleeves. But instead, they find the big rackman, Aldridge. Aldridge has a look around. Nothing really he likes, so I'm assuming he's just going to go long down the line. He brings it more central, to be fact. And it probably doesn't work out like they would have liked to. So the Blues can bounce back now, just over the head of O'Keefe. And doing well. No, umpire says play on. I thought he'd done well to intercept it there. Must have been touched. The umpire's going to blow his whistle to ball this one up. So a bit of confusion there. He thought he had the mark. And he's asking the question now as well. So the ball thrown back up now. Aldridge taps it and gets creative and goes over his head as well. Barr can't quite get a kick away. He's going to be pinned, holding the ball. Advantage is paid, but it's not really to anyone's advantage except for Ben Pretty, who can't quite hang on to it. No. Had a couple of juggles at it, but couldn't quite take it cleanly.
Yep, tricky one to handle. So a boundary throw in inside forward 50 for Seville. They need to find a response here. The 20 points adrift. They've been chasing tail for most of the day, but they haven't let Warburton-millgrove get too far away from them yet. Neil with an opportunity, dishes it off. Taken cleanly by DiPietrantonio, finds Bailey Scortino, kicks inside forward 50, but he's turned it over, and Warburton-millgrove can counter-attack, and they don't want to waste any time. They've got Caneva long, but he finds himself in a bit of a 2-on-1 situation, but well done, Brock Caneva. He took the mark between Saniga and Cesare. Waste no time on the left, kicks long down to the line to half forward. Faruga unable to stick the mark. Freeman was there to provide support. Woolridge dishes it off, back to Freeman. Here is Jack Faruga. Can he put the Jets on? Yes, he can. Kick towards goal is just offline. Just faded at the last moment. So Faruga unable to finish off the job. They do extend the margin to 21 points, 8-5-53 now. Warburton-millgrove to Seville 5-2-32, and Saniga kicks out wide to Medson. Medson on the left looking for a Loy, gets front position on Anderweezer, couldn't stick the mark. Woolridge peers back into the corridor, found Henry. Opportunity for Friedman, but he was taken to the tackle. He wanted a free kick for holding the man, but none forthcoming. Kick comes out wide. Here's an opportunity for Cesare on the broadcast wing. Overlap handball was a good one, and now they're away, the Blues, but the kick was smothered. Can they force a turnover here? Warby, no they can't. Cesare kick around his body, but he's turned it over, and Ben Pretty with another intercept mark. He's been pretty good today so far. He's got Noonan out wide, won't go for him. Noonan loads up on the right boot, high up and under ball. Can a mark be taken? Hewitt couldn't stick it. Cesare, did he hold him? No, umpire calls him to go. Aloy kick down the line. Maybe a chance now for Bayer. Has an option in the corridor. That's where he goes. DiPietrantonio, long kick. Can he get it to Neil? No, the kick just wide of him. Keeps the ball in play over to Josh Neal. Swings around onto the right boot. How's the bounce? Gonna fall short. Well done there by Shannon Noonan. Rushes it to safety. So another rush behind for the Blues. They get it back to 20 points the difference. 5-3-33 they are now to Warburton-millgrove. 8-5-53. Looks like Walker with the kicking duties for the Kookaburras. And he's going to go out to the outer side of the ground. And he finds Andoiza, who's tucked away in the back pocket. And in no real hurry as well. Andoiza just chips it short down the line. Pretty good kick, and it works out in the end. So just taking a bit of sting out of the game at the moment at Warburton-millgrove. They just don't really want to pull the trigger here just yet, which is fair enough. So Jack Lee, the captain, high up and under ball down the line. There's a big fly, but the mark's not going to be taken. And I think it's a free kick for unrealistic attempt, and probably fair enough.
So the ball now to be brought back to Seville to try and bounce back. Looks like Farrow with the ball in hand. Kicks it looking for O'Keefe just over his head. But Mason O'Neill goes in and gets a handball moving forward to Morrison. But it's been cut off by Barr. Barr gets a handball over the top. Faruga chases after, but he's met with a hip and shoulder. On the far side of the ground now. Seville with ball back in their hand now. They can bring it wide. Aloy's got a bit of a paddock here to work with in a 2-on-1 situation. But he has enough time to swing around and put it in the direction. Can it be taken? Yes, it can. So they'll look to go forward here. Josh Neal brings it in, and a smart, clever kick he does to Dippia Trantonio.
There you go, Trantonio.
There we go. Gives it off to O'Neill. O'Neill snaps it around his body. What was better? The goal or my pronunciation of Dippia Trantonio? He puts it straight through O'Neill.
Oh.
Get around me, boys.
Absolutely. Well done.
And I've got O'Neill down for his second.
That
his
is
second
goal, yep.
He's always such a lively player down there. Just seems to get himself involved in everything, whether it's within the footy or a push and shove. So he's involved in everything.
He's a very lively player, and I'm sure Matt Dippia Trantonio will be thrilled that Trent's finally got his name right. It's only taken a couple of years. We wait for the ball to come back into the middle.
Messages through the week, Matt.
Back to 14 points of difference. This game once again is heating up.
So the ball back in the middle now. 14 points the margin. Going the way of Warburton-millgrove. Aldridge probably got the tap down, but Farrow stay down low. Henry can get the clearing kick here for Warburton-millgrove. It's spalled slightly now. Seville look to try and mop it up. Dippia Trantonio gets it moving forward now. Gives a handball over to Morrison. Morrison, handball at the top. Here's the overlap run through the middle of the ground. Can a mark be taken by Bayer at the back? No, it can't. But hands and knees, can they get a handball out? Working really hard there is Friedman. But Warburton-millgrove get it out of trouble for now. Now they look to try and move it forward, but can't quite take it cleanly. Humphrey does, gets the ball moving now. Forward. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it can, but Woolridge, playing out the back. So now they can go bounce it off through Bailey Scortino, the vice captain, finds Aloy. He's done that a couple of times in the last few minutes, found a bit of a paddock on his own. So Aloy puts it in the pocket, tells Neil he wants it, and he holds on to it. So now, tucked up in the pocket. They were thought it might have been out on the full, some players thought, but Friedman just manages to hold on to it, and he'll bring it back to Aloy where he got it from. So further out, but a slightly better angle. Not much difference, if you ask me, but does help.
Yeah, I think maybe Friedman didn't back himself to run around on the left potentially, but Aloy is a pretty good goal kicker, so definitely the right man to have it in his hands.
So Aloy backing up a goal bag of 5 last week. Will come in now. Has one already. Begins his approach. Aloy kick looks to just be fading to the side. It's gone through for a minor score. So Aloy unable to put through his second goal. Seville probably had opportunity they really wanted to put down and really convert there as Jack Lee will bring the ball back into play.
And he goes out wide and finds Caneva, who's in no real hurry, so they're happy to just try and slow things down at the moment at Warburton-millgrove. It's Hewitt, in fact, loads up on the right boot to the far side wing. No mark can be taken. Now Seville find themselves on the counter-attack. They'll go back inside forward 50. Bayer's the deepest forward. It flies over his head, though. Aloy's lurking. But Warby get the numbers out the back. Oh, this could be dangerous. But eventually they make it work and they go through the corridor. Attacking play here. Scortana, can he take the mark? No, he can't. But Seville still forced an interception. It comes out wide. Picked up beautifully by Leadys. Comes back into the corridor. Beautiful kick to Dippia Trantonio. Dishes off. Jai Scortano within range. But he decides to kick into the pocket. Looking for Neil. But it's well and truly wide of him. And Pretty cuts it off. So well done, Pretty's pulled up a bit sore from that contest. But I think he should be okay.
Did a pretty good job.
Always hard to win those one-on-ones against Neil. A bit cheeky by you there, Adam, but we'll allow it. A pretty good job. Aloy! Can he cut it off now? He can't, Andoiza. It just was a bit tall for Dominic Aloy. Well, they start to take the ball down the broadcast wing. Bar's in a bit of trouble, but he dishes it off. Here's an opportunity. Bar to Ma. Ma brings him back into the corridor. Wobbly kick, though, might not work out. The Warby players didn't communicate with each other. And again, Seville are on the counter-attack. Kick to half forward is a good one. Here's an opportunity. This is for Tristan O'Neill. He can put him inside forward 50. Goes out wide. Here is O'Keefe, and he's got it.
Watch him get up and about if he converts this.
Nathan O'Keefe hasn't impacted the scoreboard as of yet. And not only does he come back into the side, but more importantly, this to get it back to 7 points the difference. They've been chasing tough for most of the day, Seville, but they've been valiant. They haven't given it in. So Nathan O'Keefe, in he comes from about 35. Looks pretty good off the boot, and he's got it! And you're right, Trent, they come from all angles, and that's a crucial goal in the context of this game. Seville get it back to 7 points. 7-4-46 the Blues to the Kookaburras, 8-5-53. We'll be going 14 minutes into the second quarter.
Absolutely legend of the club. So we always knew they were going to get right around him once he kicked that.
And very crucial as it stands. Gets it back to single digits. And a really tight contest, a pretty high scoring one, it has to be said too. Both sides have already just about broken the half century. Seville's still a goal away, but Warby already there. And we've still got plenty to play out in this second quarter. So it's back in the middle once again. Aldridge and Farrow. Aldridge will win the tap. Bar picks it up, does he know? Just went without the footy. And a free kick for a hold is going to go Warburton-millgrove's way. Bar will be the recipient. Steps off the mark, kicks to half forward, looking for Hewitt, who's got front spot, but he won't be able to take the mark, and Seville can counter-attack.
So Seville now look to bring it off half-back. Ball in the middle of the ground, interesting kick, makes Farrow work. Bar goes in and gets a handball out. Now they move it here for Faruga. Faruga kick inside forward, 50, sees something he's like, and a good strong mark taken out in front there. Westlake has a look around. See something like short. Doesn't quite meet the kick to Humphrey. And it's going to be mopped up here. But a great tackle laid there on the second effort from Humphrey. Westlake can get it. Gives a handball over the top. Looking for a Faruga to get moving forward. But Seville now. How's the forward pressure here from Warburton-millgrove? They keep applying pressure every time Seville tries to get out of there. Another tackle laid. Ball trickles out. Umpire blows his whistle. Then apologises as well because he notices the ball did make his way out, but he'd already blown his whistle to ball it up. So deep in the forward line here. Can Seville get out of trouble here, or can Warburton-millgrove put on the scoreboard? Another strong tackle laid. The forward pressure is going up. So now, centre half forward here, another stoppage in play.
Is there anything more interesting than watching a really defensive forward line?
I'm not too sure. I was expecting Trent to answer something.
I was expecting someone to say something.
That was my answer, I guess. So now they move the ball forward. Lee cuts this one off. Lee has a look around. Then tries to direct where he wants people to go. Nothing he really likes, but then directs into the pocket. Goes wide to Faruga. Can he get one out the back? No, he can't. The whistle's being blown. It's going to go against Faruga for body contact.
I thought that was the Paul Roos fan coming out of you, Adam, but you're probably a bit young to remember the Swans back in the Paul Roos era.
Yeah, a little bit too young.
Were you born yet? No, not too...
That's a good question.
No, you wouldn't have been born for 05, would you?
No.
So... Steph just realising how young Adam is again.
Steph just realised
And how old she is.
As they move the ball on the far side of the wing to Seville. Done this well to Mason O'Neill.
Oh, dear.
O'Neill gives a handball off to the running player. Now they go moving forward here. Can Bayard hold the mark? Yes, he can. Good strong mark taken there. Or does it? No, he just failed to get over the line for a boundary throw-in. Inside the forward line, Seville has made their way down to the forward 50 now after being so long being locked in the Warburton-millgrove half of the ground.
That's right, Trent. We'll find out what they can manufacture here. Can they get it back to 1 point, the difference out of this stoppage? Bayer up against Woolridge. Woolridge gets to the front, wins the tap. They're looking dangerous, though, the Blues. They bring it back into the corridor. Opportunity momentarily for Cooper Colley, but he couldn't gather it cleanly. So a stoppage inside forward 50 again for Seville, who are 7 points adrift now. Once again, they haven't given it in. They've been able to close the margin. Woolridge taps back towards the boundary line. Huge numbers around the contest. Friedman gets away. Kick around his body, and he's got it! What a goal from Friedman! Back to 1 point the difference. Something from nothing for the Blues, and they are right back in this contest.
They sure are. They've really just proven themselves. They're showing us the fight back that they showed last time that these two sides played in round 4. And this is becoming a very, very interesting contest, and you can tell there's a lot of people getting up and about for this, and there's a fair bit of feeling in it, so this has absolutely been an entertainer till the end.
We have ticked into red time just now, past the 18-minute mark, and both sides have cracked the half-century already. So we are in for what should hopefully be a thrilling clash. We hope it stays this way as well. Nice and high scoring, very free-flowing, good quality game of football in the match of the round as it's back in the middle. Ryan Farrow up against Braden Woolridge on this occasion. Woolridge goes early and Farrow wins the tap. Scortino couldn't gather it cleanly. Barr gets the handball away. Can Warby respond? They're under a bit of pressure at the moment. Seville have really found some ascendancy. McHale, was he taken high? Umpire calls him to go and he's going to be penalised for holding the ball. Umpire said you drop your knees. Scortino, the recipient of the free kick. And he goes out wide. Bailey to Jai. Jai breaks away. Puts the Blues inside forward 50. Bayer, can he take the mark? Aloy, can he get out in the back? Here's an opportunity for Friedman, but he's taken on the tackle and he's penalised for holding the ball. Warby can go back the other way. And that's got to be 25, surely. Yep.
Can't just be piffing it back like that.
No, that's silly from Dominic Aloy. That is inexcusable, I'd say. I don't know what he was thinking there. And he allows Walker to gain some pretty easy territory, and he goes out wide with a kick. And once again, they bring it to the broadcast side. Here is Pretty being corralled there by O'Keefe. Pretty's kick, not the greatest, but a good diving slips catch taken by Barr. Oh, not Barr, sorry, in fact. It was Ferguson. And he goes back to Pretty. So the Seville pressure been really good, and Warby not really too sure where to go. So Ferguson again with ball in hand. Goes short, he's missed Anderwees, and I reckon the Blues are going to be counter-attacking again. Scortino, Aloy, on to Colley. Colley goes to Di Pietrantonio, back to Bailey. Scortino, look, he gets side forward, 50! O'Keefe, is it? No, it's Neil at the back. Brilliant counter-attacking play by the Blues, and you reckon they're about to be in front for the first time today here. Josh Neal will line them up from directly in front, only about 10 metres out. Joshy Neal hasn't hit the scoreboard so far today, but he puts it away, and the Blues are in front. First lead change of the game, 20 minutes gone in the second quarter, and Seville suddenly with the lead in this game. Adam, they've come from nowhere, it feels like.
Absolutely, they have. They've hit the front in a fantastic fashion, and we just had this really good play down through the middle here from what was a pretty iffy kick from Warburton-millgrove, but just a really nice play, lots of handballs, really good connective play, and pretty simple goal to go back and kick when you're 15 metres out, isn't it, Aiden?
No, he'll be very happy with that, Josh Neal. And Trent Warby, they just looked so unsure where to go there. They were just going back and forth, and there was just no real direction.
Yeah, 100%. They ran themselves into trouble in the end, and then Seville pounced on that and then managed to capture the lead. As the ball's thrown up, Aldridge grabs it out of the ruck and then just gets a clearing kick moving forward. But it's going to be all Seville here. If they can take it cleanly, no, they can't. And Hewitt bursts his way through. Hewitt towards goal. Hewitt puts it through. Hewitt's got 3. And just like that, they grab the lead back.
Wow, there we go. Second lead change of the game in a matter of seconds. Hadn't had one till late in the second quarter. Now we've already got 2.
3 goals in the first half for Lockie Hewitt. One of the many multiple goal kickers on the park today, but all his goals have been different.
They have, exactly right. There was a kick around the body, a set shot, and then that one, he just burst away from the pack. And gee, he's so reliable in front of the sticks, Lockie Hewitt. So the ball's about to come back in the middle. So it's 9-5-59 Warburton-millgrove to Seville 9-4-58 in a real shootout in such an intriguing clash between second and third as the ball's back in the middle.
The umpire just runs to get in position here. Bayer will go up against Aldridge. The umpire just positioning the midfielders. Bayer gets the tap down. Mason O'Neill comes and meets it. Can he pick it up cleanly? Does in the end. Gets the handball away. Then probably got a little bit of afters. The umpire says play on. Righties gets the ball moving forward. Kick over the head of Aloy. Neal comes in and meets it. Can he shrug the tackle? Not quite. Couldn't quite get through that tackle. Did try and shake and bake. Was unable to though. The umpire to throw this one back into play. Bayer and Aldridge go out again. So the umpire throws this one back in. Bayer gets front position, but then Aldridge just shoves it underneath it, grabs it out of the ruck and gets a handball moving forward to Barr. Barr gets it moving forward. Can they run it off here? Yes, they can, but nearly tripped over his own feet because he was going too fast. Then didn't get a very good kick moving forward, but Faruga matched it up. Woolridge now puts it inside forward 50. Can the mark be taken? One hand up, almost. Unable to hold it. And Seville pick it up. Can they get out of trouble now? Shouts for ball. What's the umpire say? He says, we're going to ball this one up.
Yep.
Jeez, that sun's right in my eye there, so I couldn't see what he was saying. But now the umpire ball this one up deep inside the forward 50 here. Then Seville will get the clearing kick out, but it's only going to go as far as Baker gets the ball. Handball back to Hewitt. Hewitt shoves around one, then gets a handball moving forward inside the forward 50 with Seville again with ball in hand. They move it forward here. Aloy again working hard up the ground. He's on the wing now, and that's got to be play on, doesn't it? He's run off his line by a couple of metres, and the umpire hasn't said anything. It then puts it out on the full.
He just didn't have anything that he liked, Trent. I think the umpire called it, but he just didn't have a whole lot ahead of him. So they go back in towards the corridor to Warburton-millgrove. And again, they're just in no real hurry. They do have the lead back for the moment. Baker back into the corridor dangerously, and it's... No, the mark has been taken. And another 25-metre penalty. So Caneva will gain a bit of territory here. Brought up to, well, just forward of the cricket pitch. So he can probably put the Kookaburras inside forward 50. Caneva, long kick. Can he find a set of hands? Humphrey flies, but he can't stick the mark. Medson gets out the back, dishes off to Saniga, who tries to dance around run, and he's gone. Holding the ball. Warburton-millgrove will get another look at goal.
Is that Hewitt again?
It is Lockie Hewitt. He's already kicked 3 goals in the afternoon. And this to get it back out to a 7-point difference and just get a little bit of breathing room again for Warby after the Blues have fought so hard in the back half of this second quarter. So Lockie Hewitt, bit of an angle to deal with. Not too much distance, only probably about 25 metres. And he comes. It looks pretty good off the boot. But he's pushed it across the face. Can you believe that? So 9-6-60 now, Warburton-millgrove to Seville, 9-4-58. Hewitt 3 goals, 2 for the afternoon. In goes Cesare, ball at ground level. And the umpire calls for a stoppage, so it'll be balled up inside the forward 50 of Warburton-millgrove once again. Can they get the margin back out to 8 points? Woolridge wins the tap. Hugh jumpers around the ball. And the Blues are going to get it out of their defensive 50 with a good strong tackle. So where can they go? They've got options on the broadcast wing. O'Neill provides one of those. Benniger goes in the other direction. And that works out okay for the moment. Short kick down the line. Could be a dangerous one. Here's an opportunity for Ferguson, but he just couldn't get the ball under his control at the crucial stage. Saniga in there. So too Di Pietrantonio and Colley. Long kick to the top of the square. Did it go out of bounds maybe? Heard a whistle. It did.
Okay, it must have, because he's hit the post on the goal kick. Did pretty well.
Would have been a very good goal if he had nailed it, but it will be a boundary thrown at half forward for Warburton-millgrove. So probably not a bad result for them in the end because the shot at goal didn't go through. As the sun starts to poke out here at Max Park Oval.
You still got 2 pairs of sunnies in your car?
They're in my bag right now. Might need them attention. It's a bit tricky at the moment to see, to be perfectly honest. Kick around the body. Here is Tom Barr. Tries to dance around score Tano, but he couldn't do so, and he's penalised for holding the ball. Just tried to bite off a bit more than he could chew. And there's a siren. And that will conclude the first half here in the match of the round in what has been a very intriguing contest between Warburton-millgrove and Seville. 9-6-60 of the Kookaburras to the Blues. 9-4-58. Adam, fair to say, it's had everything this first half.
Absolutely, it has. It's had goal for goal quarters, really fast-paced action, really good link-ups through the middle, and it's been really entertaining to watch. And the feeling in this one is still right very high. Tensions are still right up there as well. So it's certainly going to be an interesting second half for the Bows. Only lead by 2 points going into half-time. It's certainly a fight back from the Blues. And if they can keep it up in this second half, I think we're going to have a really interesting final quarter on our hands.
You are absolutely spot on, Adam. The Blues, they've certainly not given it away. They've really fought hard. So we'll take a look at some scores from around the grounds. Woori Alex 7-6-48 in Prem Division. Lead Hillsville 3-3-21. Bit of a tight one over at Monbulk. The Hawks 4-5-29. Lead Upway Tacoma 4-3-27. Mount Evelyn 5 straight, which is the most important thing at the end of the day. So we are underway. Second half action. Aldridge and Farrow to do battle in the ruck. The tap was won by Aldridge. Baker couldn't take it cleanly. Farrow dished off to Elides, who wasn't expecting it. Here's an opportunity now for Baker, who tries to break away, turns him inside out, comes back to Rothwell. They bring it into the corridor, but it's going to be turned over. Sonny Saniga parks himself underneath it and takes the intercepting mark. They go through the corridor to the Blues. Long kick, it's a good one as well. Aloy presented a good option. He'll wheel around to the right boot. He might have gone for goal himself, Dominic Aloy. Looks pretty good off the boat. And it bounces home. Aloy gets the first of the second half, 30 seconds into the first quarter, and the Blues are back in front. Third lead change for the game.
That's a massive goal kick from Aloy there. A really good start to the second half from Seville as well. Like we said, Warburton-millgrove dominated the possession game in the first half, but whenever the Seville get the ball in their hands, they're going to score a goal, and that's what we're really seeing here right off the bat of this second half.
Absolutely spot on, Adam. That's a beautiful confidence-boosting start for the visitors. They get back in front, as mentioned. It's the third lead change of the game, and Aloy just backed himself from range. There was no one at home, and he nailed it. His second goal for the afternoon. Still the leading goal kicker, of course, for the Blues in 2025. It's back in the middle once again. So Aldridge and Farah to do battle on the ruck. Aldridge gets it down at ground level. Opportunity maybe for O'Neill. Can the Blues go inside forward 50 once again? Barr was wrapped up in a gang tackle, and he's going nowhere, and the umpire calls for it. So it's a ball up forward to centre for Seville. Aldridge and Farrow once again to do battle on the ruck. Up it goes. Aldridge goes early. Farrow probably got the better of it, though. Henry, can he break away? Yes, he can. Dishes it off. Walker's in all sorts of trouble, though. Here is Scortino of the Bailey variety. He tried to get away, but the umpire said, no, it's a free kick to Warburton-millgrove. So they go out wide with the kick. Eventually, it should get to Noonan, and it does. Took a bit of an age, but Noonan eventually gets it. Oh, nobody's kick was smothered. Here's an opportunity for the Blues to go back the other way. Colley dishes off to O'Neill. O'Neill is another whistle. Out of zone umpire's found a high contact free kick. It's going to go Seville's way. Not too sure the recipient. I think is it O'Neill? Yes, it is O'Neill. Mason O'Neill kicks to centre half forward looking for Bailey score turnover, but it's gone over his head. Still a chance though while Seville. Now they can go inside forward 50. No, the kick was smothered again. Another kick inside forward 50. Frantic stuff, and eventually Henry gets it under his control. Comes back into the corridor. Here's Anduiza. Chip kick down the line's a good one to Aldridge. He handballs over the top to that man Walker. Long kick down the line. Presenting an option was Westlake. Can Faruga get out the back? Yes, he can, and he puts the Jets on. Kick inside forward 50 looking for Humphrey, but it's cut off. Beautifully done there by Willoughby. Willoughby goes across to the outer side of the ground, and the mark is taken. And Seville with the ball in the back pocket. Not too sure where to go just yet.
So Seville doing well to cut that one off, and probably started the ones on fire here in this early in this third quarter. They bring it wide. Doing that one to Iacone. Iacone plays on, then goes short down the line looking for Cesare, holds on to it, and Cesare immediately plays on, goes over the top to O'Keefe. O'Keefe now wheels around straight away and puts it long inside forward 50. Can a mark be taken out the back? Yes, it can!
Neil.
So it's Neil who's going to line up here. Slight angle, not much to deal with though. He'll probably kick this off 35. So we'll see if he can enter himself into this game and have a big impact. 5 goals last week. Neil comes in now. Begins his approach. Winds up. Kick looks pretty good. Kick is straight through the middle. Seville have got too early in this second half.
Good finish from Joshy Neal. 10 points of difference now as well for the Blues. And they've started like a house on fire, it has to be said, Adam.
Absolutely, they have. Really getting it going in the second half. One for Neil, one for Aloy. That'll be Neil's second of the day. Oh, yeah, second?
Yes,
yeah.
second,
All of a sudden, I doubted myself. Shouldn't have.
That's right.
But yeah, no, absolutely. So another really easy one for Neil. He's been really good at getting himself into positions, which just allowed him to kick easy set shots on goal.
So it's back in the middle. Aldridge wins the tap, or he grabbed out of the ruck, really, I should say. Gets it to half forward. It was gathered by Medson. Ran himself into a bit of trouble. Bayer was taken in the tackle. Here is Faruga. So to Di Pietrantoni of Seville. Free kick for a hold. And it is, going to go Warby's way.
Warburton-millgrove. Who's that down, though?
Baker, soon as he got one to the back on the way down as well.
Yeah, okay.
He'll be fine.
So Tom Baker. Westlake provides a lead. Doesn't spot him. Humphrey is the deepest forward. Kick and a half from home is Baker. He goes short to Aldridge. That's a good option. Waste no time. It's a high up and under ball. This is going to be a very tricky one to mark. It's going to come down with snow on it. That's fisted over the bench line. Well done by Willoughby. Escorts it to safety for the time being for Seville. And it will be a boundary throw in inside the forward 50 of Warburton-millgrove, who suddenly find themselves in arrears. 10 points down they are. They've led the game for most of the time it's been played. So it's a boundary throw in. What can they manufacture out of the stoppage? Up it goes. Interesting ruck battle here. It's going to fall short the throw. Was there a hold? No, umpire calls them to go. Saniga down on hands and knees. Is wrapped up in a tackle straight away by Henry. And the umpire comes in and calls for the stoppage. So repeat stoppages in Warby's forward half. Westlake just taps it over his head. But it was sharked. And now Seville on the counter-attack. Long kick. Will the mark be taken? Yes, Lee eventually juggles it and gets it under his control. And he won't waste any time. He'll wheel around onto the left. Kick into the pocket looking for Humphrey. Flew from the back but can't take the mark. Opportunity for Barr, but beautifully gathered by Icone. Nearly ran into trouble. Handles back into the corridor dangerously, but this should work out for Seville, or will it? Here is Tom Barr. Soccer off the ground and he's got it! Oh, what a finish from Tom Barr. Back to 4 points of difference. And this game has just got everything.
Sure does, Hayden. That's another really good goal. We've seen a few of them this week. Soccer off the ground, really making things interesting.
And what did you say earlier in the game, Trent? Never handball back into the corridor if you're a defender, and that's exactly what the Blues did, and it's cost them dearly.
And Warburton-millgrove noticed that the fast start Seville had to this quarter, so instead of following the ball all the way up, Nelson Aldridge was playing a man behind the play and just putting himself in the hole wherever the ball was for the clearing kick. He was going to be there to intercept it anyway.
And it is back to 4 points of difference, so this game just continues to tighten up. It is going to go right down to the wire, you feel like.
So ball back in the middle of the ground. Aldridge, Bayer will go at it. Ball's thrown back up in the middle of the ground now. Aldridge gets front position and just grabs it out of the ruck. Doesn't go very far. Barr gets it. Can he break his way through? Does manage to get his handball out, but Scortino now gets a handball out. Not really going anywhere. Baker manages to pick it up and kick it. Now they can go forward here. Kick inside 450. Humphrey presents. Can Humphrey hold? Not quite. Westlake out the back. Picks it up at ground level. Does well. Shrugs for the tackle and snaps it, but it's gone just straight up. It's unfortunate because he did all the hard work. But flying over the top, is that Humphrey? Yes, it is, but it's not 15 because it didn't travel more than 1 metre, I reckon.
What about 15 metres in the air? But yeah, no, you're right, only about 1 or 2 metres in direction.
So Warburton-millgrove fighting it, some momentum back early in this third quarter. Cap down there by Warburton-millgrove now for Ruger. Gets a handball back, but nothing. He was kind of just handballing into space. I don't know what he quite saw. But then Seville managed to get it, but Warburton-millgrove on the turnover. Can they get a kick away? Try to get it to Aldridge. Now he goes and gets it, but can he pick it up cleanly? Not quite. Aloy gets it. Now Aloy wastes no time. They've got Farrow at the back. Farrow has a paddock. Farrow plays on. Shot towards goal. Open goal square. And he's put it across the face.
Just.
Really need to nail that one.
He probably had a bit more time, and he could have got a little bit closer, but...
And just tried to look like it almost skid it through. So they'll bring the ball back in through Walker. 5 points the margin going the way to Seville. Walker now. At the top of the square. Plays on. Decides to come short and wide. Unable to hold the mark. Seville can go back in. O'Keefe grabs it. Snap around the body. That too is across the face. So it's 2 opportunities in a row that they've wasted here, Seville, to extend the lead. Now it's an even goal lead. So they'll bring the ball back into play here, Warburton-millgrove. And it'll be Lee, sorry. So Lee just has a look around. Waiting for the ball to come back. It's gone fair way over the fence. Yep. He did put a fair roost into that snap, O'Keefe. So Lee now has the ball in his hands, and then we'll have a look around. And normally, it's almost a guarantee that they're going to play on from fullback now these days. And we wait for it, and pretty much nearly does.
Yep.
Then kicks it down the line. Aldridge is there. O'Keefe is there, but it's going to be helped over the line for a boundary throw-in. So not travelling very far there.
No, you're right, Trent. So boundary throw-in, still in Seville's attacking half of the ground. Can they extend this margin out to 12 points? We'll be the only ones who've had any real breathing room at times in this game, but it is very tight at the moment. Just 6 points the difference. Aldridge and Bayer. Aldridge probably got the better of that tap. Looks like it's going to be shucked by Colley, but he's taken towards the boundary line. Ball stays in play and then eventually finds its way over and will be thrown back in. So 9.5 minutes have elapsed into this third quarter. And it has continued to be a very intriguing contest. You really can't split the two sides, so up it goes. Farrow back in the ruck for Seville. Aldridge still there for Warburton-millgrove. He grabs out of the ruck and he just gets them moving forward. For Ruger, can he win the foot race? He's got Caneva there to provide support. Scorturno tried to get rid of him. Scorturno did well. He won the ball up against 2. And he will get a stoppage for the Blues. They were looking dangerous, Warby, but Jai Scorturno, it was good work rate, and he doesn't allow them to go inside forward 50 yet. We'll see what happens out of the stoppage. Farrow and Aldridge both got a bit of a tapper on it. Here is Farrow, goes back to Morrison. Morrison puts the Blues inside forward 50, looking for Bayer. Maybe Neal out the back. Maybe Bayer out the back. No one can gather the ball cleanly just yet. Here is O'Neill. Ball at ground level. Plenty of players around it. And the umpire calls for it. And we'll have a ball up inside forward 50 for Seville. So good attacking play through the corridor for the Blues. As the umpire will throw the ball aloft once again, so Aldridge comes over to attend this bounce. Up it goes. Aldridge up against Bayer this time. Aldridge just got a little tap at ground level, sockers it forward as well. Now they can get away. Rothwell couldn't gather it cleanly though. Can the Blues go back inside forward 50? Umpire says no, we're going to call for a stoppage. So a bit of a gridlock in Seville's forward 50. Warby need to try and get this out of there, get the scores back on an even keel. Up it goes. Farrow wins the tap. Ball didn't really go anywhere though. Socket forward momentarily, picked up by Caneva. Can he break away? Yes, he can, and he gets the Jets on. Gets a kick away on the left, but it's Seville with all the representation behind the ball, and the mark is taken by Benninger. And he's going to get a 25-metre penalty as well, so he's brought forward and can maybe put the Blues back inside forward 50. So Benninger won't want to waste any time. A lead was provided momentarily by Aloy, but he didn't spot that one. It's got to come back. No, it's a reversal. So not sure what's happened there, but now Warburton-millgrove with a free kick.
I didn't see any contact or anything, so I wonder if it was just purely mouthing off to the umpire.
Yeah, a bit of remonstration potentially. So the Kookaburras are going to take on the corridor, and they'll be inside forward 50 in a couple of moments. Woolridge, Humphrey will fly. No mark can be taken. Oh, G. Medson eventually gets the ball under his control, but his kick was smothered. Picked up by Faruga. Kick around his body, and he's got it. Scores a level. Oh, what about that finish?
That was fantastic, wasn't it? The really good smother by Dylan Walker just then. Heaps of pressure in the forward line, and that's exactly what you want as a forward. You just need the pressure around you, and you can capitalise on those mistakes. It's really easy to just build up momentum and play if you're in a really high-pressure forward line. I know I said it before and no one agreed with me, but watching a high-pressure forward line is really interesting because there's so many weird dynamics happening.
Yep.
And it's really good to see people play maybe a game that they're not particularly used to as a regular full forward, but it's really well done by Warby just then.
Spot on Adam Faruga gets his first, and as mentioned, scores a level again.
Aldridge grabs it out of the ruck and then boosts it forward again, looking for his Lockie Hewitt. Can't pick it up. Cesare picks it up and gets a handball over the top. Can they move the ball forward here? Not quite. Warburton-millgrove grab it, but it's going to be met with a strong tackle, so it's going to be balled up here at half forward here for Warburton-millgrove. Can they go inside forward 50 again? Umpire signals to see who the umpires are. Aldridge again wins the tap down. Cesare again, hands and knees and gets the clearance kick out. Bailey Scortino grabs it, pushes off, immediately plays on. Handball at the top to Bayer. Bayer wastes no time, puts it deep inside 450. Josh Neal's deep. Can't quite hang on to it, but kick along the ground. Dribble out, he's just put it across the face. So unable to do that was Aloy.
Does get them back in front though.
Certainly does. Handy point.
As my mum would say, point can win a game. She's a St Kilda supporter. So a point's just important as a goal sometimes. The ball to be brought back into play here. You know, plays on, as they often do now. Goes wide. Flying high is Hewitt, unable to hold the mark. Ball right in front of the car pack of cars, so it's very hard to see at the moment, but it manages to make its way over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. So it'll be ball back in here. Aldridge and Farrow again going to go to battle. Ball to thrown back into play as it is now. Aldridge front position, taps it down to Barg. Didn't quite take it cleanly though. Cesare goes in and gets a clearing kick inside the 450. Can they get one out the back here? Neal, is that holding the ball? I think it is, and they've been rewarded. Great strong tackle. Is that 25? Yes, it is.
Yep. Seen a few 25s today.
So can Warburton-millgrove pounce off this 25? Will they play on from this nearly even too? No one's really taking the mark, so why wouldn't you play on? Oh, nearly. They noticed they weren't manning the mark, so now they play on short, and they've done that all right, but didn't really cover much ground of Rothwell. Rothwell has a few presenting, nothing he really likes though. Has a look around, he's told to play on now, so just goes long down the line to the pack. Can Mark be taken? Henry goes in and gets a good blind turn, but a nice strong tackle by Soddy. Sally goes out, dangerous tackle. I think he was on the wrong side of it, the umpire.
It's always hard to say those ones where the tackle's facing away from the middle.
Ball's thrown back up now, Aldridge almost went to jump, then stopped, and then got into good position to tap it down. Ball at the bottom of the pack. Can they get a clearing out? Good strong tackle laid there. The umpire to throw this one up.
So stoppage at half forward now for Warburton-millgrove. Only 1 point separates the two sides. 11-7-73 is Seville to 11-6-72. The Kookaburras. They get the handball forward through Aldridge. Barr was there, and the ball socket over the boundary line and will be thrown back into play. So repeat stoppages at half forward for the home side. We've been going 16 minutes into this third quarter, and you really just can't split the two teams. So boundary throw in, up it goes. Woolridge just with front position on Farrow, got the bear of the tap. DiPietrantonio with a kick out of the pack, looking for Scortino. Bit of a half volley, fall short of him. And another boundary thrown right in front of our broadcast position here at Max Park Oval.
Kind of an odd kick, just sort of kicked the belly of the ball and got backspin on it, even though he was snapping it around his body. I'm not really sure how he did it, if I'm honest.
Worked out okay. So another boundary throw in. Farrow and Aldridge in the ruck this time. Farrow wins it from the back. Opportunity here for Seville. Picked up beautifully by Neil. Gets it away to Cesare. Kick onto the boot, but he's turned it over. Ben Pretty had a very good game today. Few intercept marks. Chip kick is a short one. It's a good one as well to Henry. Henry peers into the corridor. Has Rothwell out wide if he wants him, but he's going to go beyond Rothwell. Loads up on the right boot. Hewitt will fly. It's a good mark taken by Hewitt. He's got Woolridge if he spots him. He goes beyond him though. Long kick. Bailey Humphries the deepest forward. In a one-on-one. Couldn't take the mark. Faruga again. Was he taken high? Umpire says it's a ball up.
Geez, there's a fair bit of jumper being held there of Humphrey.
So it's another stoppage inside forward 50 for Warburton-millgrove, who are really starting to press. Woolridge in the ruck this time. Willoughby. Here's an opportunity again for Faruga. Can he spin out of trouble? He has to dish off. Hewitt, does he keep it in play? Humphrey can't take the mark. Morrison gathers it in the back pocket. No, he's going to win a free kick here, Bailey Humphrey. So this time the umpire spots the hold, Trent. And Humphrey gets an opportunity in the pocket. How does he extricate his way through this? Does he run around onto the left? Does he go the check side on the right? I think he's going to go the check side on the right.
Yeah, it looks like a check side setup.
So Bailey Humphrey, one goal in the afternoon so far. Beautiful looking kick, and he's absolutely nailed it. Warburton-millgrove back in front. Fourth lead change for the game. Bailey Humphrey's got his second. And this game just continues to amaze us. He made that look so easy, Trent.
Yeah, 100% he did. Looked very confident when he had it too, and goes back. And always good to see a good snap, but there's nothing like a good banana.
I don't know why I don't see more players do it, Trent. I mean, I don't see how it's any... You see so many players do kicks around the body on the non-preferred, but I feel like a check side's just about the same level of difficulty to kick around the body.
I'd argue it's harder, because if you can just hit the wrong side and then it can miss just about everything.
Exactly
Snap, you
right.
can just quietly, slightly get it wrong and might miss by a little bit, but if you mess up a check side, it could go anywhere.
Yeah, I suppose. Anyway, Warburton-millgrove looked to bust out of the centre again. McHale dishes off looking for Caneva, but the handball fell short of him. Look away handball for Baker. Didn't quite work out in the end. O'Neill on hands and knees. Now umpire calls for a stoppage, and there's a bit of a scrap in the middle.
Oh, there sure is.
Got to be careful. Up it goes. Farrow was the only ruckman who nominated, so he just grabs out of the ruck and sends it forward. But a good intercepting mark was taken by Walker, who can put Warburton-millgrove inside forward 50. Humphrey on the lead. It's fisted away from him. Here is Icone. Faruga, can he win the foot race? Cesare got there first. Medson paddles the ball in front of him. Walker and Baker. Umpire circling. Holding the ball's been paid. And the Blues connects at their defensive 50.
So ball back. Defensive 50 here for Seville. Barr definitely not happy with something. He's very grumpy the last minute or so after that little scuffle.
Yep.
So now ball in the defensive 50 here. They play on here. They go wide. Do Seville. Can it be taken by Freeman? No, it falls to the back. Probably going to be helped over the line, and that it is for a boundary thrown on the far side of the ground. So players to reset here. Right in front of the spectators. Barr still going at him, trying to see who it is. Mystery number, we got a number 9, do we?
Yeah, I literally...
Coley.
Coley, yep. So Coley. So now Woolridge gets a kick over the back. Can the mark be taken? Not quite. But, geez, it's come off someone's foot and ricochet, and Humphrey comes to meet the ball up. Can he get it at ground level? Does really well to work hard and get it at hands and knees. Then lays a strong tackle. How's the umpire seen this? Did he drag it? No, he didn't. And Humphrey's not happy. Have a look at him. He's not happy at all.
Oh, there is some feeling in this game, Adam. There is some feeling for sure.
There sure is. Everyone's all over it. Everyone's all up and about.
20 minutes gone in the third. The feelings. And it's going to be a free kick. Which way is the gun going to Aldridge? We know he's got his kicking boots on lately. Kicked 7 last week. Hasn't kicked one today. But this could be such an important goal in the moment. Would extend the lead out to 11 points.
Willoughby couldn't believe it either. He was on the ground and got called for holding the man free kick. He didn't know what was happening.
Aldridge begins his approach. We'll kick this from about 30 out. Not much angle to deal with. Kick is on its way. Kick is beautiful off the boot. No problems at all. Aldridge kicks it. And the lead goes out to 11 points.
And a car horn sound from everywhere, and he loved that one, Nelson Aldridge. Oh, this game has got some real spice to it, and we love to see it.
Even more important goal for Aldridge in First Nations round. Obviously, you had him on the footy show. You heard all about it.
Yeah, exactly right. He's very passionate about this day, and he was very happy about that goal, Trent. The second that ball left the boot, he was right into that celebration. Let's wait for the ball to come back into the middle. And back out to 11 points now, so Warby again with a bit of breathing room. But you just sort of know that Seville are going to get the response. They've just been able to keep clawing their way back into the contest.
So the ball makes its way back to middle. Woolridge has gone in the middle now for the ruck.
Bit of confusion here for the Warby on balls. Not quite sure he's going to attend this one.
Up now. Woolridge got the touchdown, but Bayer gets the overhand back of the head. Met with strong O'Neill. Met with a huge bump. He's not happy with it either. Now kick going down. Scortino looks to track back and manages to gather it. Is he run himself into trouble? Just quite gets it out. Alardes meets it now. Kick off the ground. Warburton-millgrove go back inside 450. Here's Westlake. Good pickup, but he just had enough pressure on him to fumble it. Now Alardes again gets his way out of traffic. Then kick down the line over the head of O'Neill. Can Friedman make something work? O'Neill and Friedman. But good strong work there by Lee. And a bit going on again. So there's definitely some feeling in this. Where we got 22 minutes gone in this third quarter. 11 points the margin. This is going to go down to the wire, boys.
You think so? So it's a boundary throw in nearing half forward for the Blues. And there's a whistle. It's a yellow card, is it? No, it's a free kick. It's going to go Seville's way. Josh Neal, the recipient, probably too far out to score. Loads up in the right boot. Can he find a set of hands? He can! Is the mark paid?
No, there's a free kick against. But also the umpire's still coming back here. Oh no, they're putting back, so they want to bring it back.
Oh.
The umpire said you got to go over the mark, and they just kept playing on. The other umpire seemed to be pointing in his direction, but I thought we were just giving away a free kick.
Take two for Josh Neal. He's too far out to score, you would think. Squares it up. Aloy. Or is it Farrow? It's Farrow, and he's got it. And he'll line them up from directly in front, about 45 out.
Now, who's that on the ground?
Rothwell, he looks pretty sore.
Looks very, very sore.
Yeah, Farrow collected him on the way through that mark.
Yeah, there's a few people I wouldn't want running through me on the mark, and Farrow's absolutely one of them. Could be collarbone danger.
Yeah, it's definitely collarbone, forearm maybe, but he looks pretty sore.
Certainly does.
So Ryan Farrow, I believe he's kicked one goal. Yes, one goal on the afternoon. Had a lot of the ruck duties today. He's competed pretty well against Nelson Aldridge. Here's his opportunity for goal number 2 in the afternoon to get it back to 5 points, and he absolutely nails it from long range. 13-6-84 to 12-7-79. 24 minutes gone in the third quarter. What a match of the round we have here at Max Park Oval. Ryan Farrow, no troubles at all.
Great game of playing here. Goals going everywhere. We think Warburton-millgrove kick away, and then they come back with goals like that. Do Seville. That's a long-range kick in the end.
Neither team can get away. Whenever one team looks like they're going to get the ascendancy, the other team just has the answer, and that's exactly what we want as the ball comes back into the middle. And Ryan Farrow had a crucial role to play today. So it's back in the middle once again. Woolridge and Bayer in the ruck. Woolridge goes early, and he does win the tap. Will it be sharked by Bailey Scortino? Yes, it will, but it was picked out of his pocket there by Barr. Here is Baker. Will he load it from long range? Gets away from a couple. Kick towards goal is well and truly offline. No, it's home! Bounce through! I don't believe it! It was a floater all the way up the boot, and Baker has nailed it.
Nah, beautiful drop, punter. Straight through.
It wobbled and straightened up, and it's gone through. It's worked out perfectly. Warburton-millgrove back out to an 11-point difference just like that.
Oh, it looked pretty good to me, Aiden. I don't know what angle you were looking at it from, but...
I don't know. I just didn't like the kick off the boot, to be perfectly honest.
No, that's fair.
But that will do. It's just got to go through, as they say.
Doesn't matter how it happens, as long as it goes through the middle.
Exactly. It doesn't matter how it happens, as long as it happens. So back in the middle once again. Barr. Is that holding the ball? No, umpire calls him to go. He didn't get a foot to it. Maybe no prior opportunity. Can they break away again here, Warby-millgrove? A real scrimmage in the middle of the ground. Umpire still circling. Maybe an opportunity for Seville. Friedman couldn't gather it here as Walker dishes it away just in time. Can the Blues force an interception? Picked up by Henry. And now Warby look to counter-attack. They bring it back into the corridor. Faruga gets up at the right time, but he couldn't stick the mark. Intercepted by Cesare, gets a kick away on the left just in time. It flies over the head of O'Keefe, and it's a foot race. Pretty should be able to get there first. Good body work done there by O'Keefe. Was that a high tackle? Oh, beautifully done by Caneva. Handball back into the corridor. Oh, Henry ran into trouble, and he slipped over at the inopportune time, and they've turned it over. Nathan O'Keefe goes with a barrel. It's straightening up. Don't tell me. O'Keefe, what a goal it is! He's nailed it from 55, O'Keefe. Back to 5 points the difference.
Oh my word.
He's whipped out the barrel and he's absolutely nailed it from long range.
Bring back the barrel. That's a huge kick. That's... Oh, jeez. There should have been someone in the goal square. Might have been able to get a hand on it, but you could see Aloy pretty much cheering it all the way in. Pretty much ran with the footy and ran through the goal. So that's a huge kick. And just in the... Both in the kick itself, but in the context of this game, that's massive.
No, it was well done by Keith. There was Nolan deep. He just went for it, and he's absolutely nailed it. Nearly 27 goal on the third. Back to 5 points, the difference.
This ball back in the middle of the ground now. Looking to go back at it, Bayer, and Woolridge comes in this time. They get a fist moving forward. Can Seville go forward here again? Trying to pick it up there. Morrison, but can't quite get it cleanly now. Warburton-millgrove look to mop this one up. Back to Baker. Can he run himself out of trouble? Met with a strong tackle, but gets a handball away. They appeal for deliberate, or is there a free kick being paid?
A free kick being
High
paid
contact
to
free kick going back to Baker. So Baker now tucked up the defensive 50 on the boundary. He's told to move the ball on, so he just goes long down the line. Right in front of us, Faruga might fly. No, he stays down low. Hewitt contests. Then Hewitt gets it, but he's met with a tackle. Here's Barr again, been hard at it all day. The umpire blows his whistle to ball this one back in. So we've been going nearly 28 minutes in this third quarter, so not long to go in this quarter. To throw this one back into play. To reset play, Woolridge fights for front position. That he does, then gets the tap down. Looking for Faruga. Doesn't quite get it to him, no. Cut off. Cesare grabs it, shrugs one tackle, snaps it around his body, moves it forward. O'Keefe fighting for front position. Good one-on-one battle there. Ball to the middle of the ground. O'Keefe goes in and lays a tackle. And the umpire blows his whistle to ball this one up. They're all fighting hard for this to win the clean possession. They're fighting for one goal before the end break is what they need. Whichever team it is might have the momentum going into the break. Ball at the bottom of the pack, but it's not going to be long to go in this third quarter. So the umpire blows his whistle again to throw this one up. Throw it up, he does. No ruckman gets to it with Woolridge hold. Doesn't matter, he goes in and gets it anyway. Gets a handball moving forward. Ball at the bottom of the pack. The umpire's going to have to blow his whistle again, and that he does. He's going to have to throw this one up again. There's a couple of stoppages in a row here. Just outside the forward 50 here of Seville. The umpire couldn't quite take the ball when it was thrown back to him. So Woolridge gets the front position, taps it down. But again, Seville with a midfield battle winner. Henry overruns it, but then he has it knocked into his direction and gets a handball moving forward. But there's a strong tackle laid, and there's a play gone down. It's going to be a free kick back to Henry.
So Henry can just find a little bit of breathing room for Warburton-millgrove. The Blues are pressing once again, looking to steal this lead before three-quarter time. 29 minutes have elapsed in the third quarter. Been another high-scoring one as well. Both sides nearing the 100. We've still got a quarter of football to go. He goes out wide. And the mark taken by Anderweezer, is it? No, it's Trendy, in fact. So Trendy parks himself underneath it. And he's in no real hurry either. And might be a bit sore here, Trendy. Gone down. And this is... can't actually see him because of the cars, but...
Too many car boots in the way.
I'm not... Yeah. So we do have a... Bar's taking the free kick, so umpire's allowing play to go for the moment. So Pretty kicks across goal. An unguarded goal has to be said for the Blues. Comes back to the corridor. It's a dangerous one, but it should work out in the end to Henry. Reasonably uncontested in the end, but there were Blues players coming for him. He goes out wide and finds Walker with those bright green boots. And he'll load up on the right boot. Long kick down the line. Westlake is there, but it's fisted away from him and over the boundary line on the pavilion side of the ground. It will be thrown back into play.
This would have to be one of the longer quarters, wouldn't it?
It'd be up there.
Yeah.
The first,
Meeting with today, yeah.
The first was 31-20, so this one's got at least another minute to probably go before it can beat it. But anyway, boundary thrown. It's a real high one as well. Up it goes. Bayer wins the tap. Here we go. The Blues can go through the corridor. Saniga dishes it off just in time, but he's turned it over. And there's a siren. And that is three-quarter time here in the match of the round at Max Park Oval. And this game continues to amaze us. Goals from all corners. It's high scoring. There's plenty of heat as well. Warburton-millgrove. And we'll get the last quarter underway. Aldridge and Farrow to continue their battle in the ruck. Aldridge won the tap and he got it down to Henry. Goes out wide. Can Caneva run into this? The ball's going to beat him. Oh, gee, didn't get a very kind bounce. Cesare slipped over at the inopportune time. In goes Colley. Hugh jumps around the ball. Oh, well done, Cesare. Fended off the tackle. Got the handle away to O'Neill. Di-Pietrantonio in there to provide a hand. And they've turned it over. Intercepting mark is taken by Baker. Backpedals off the mark. Baker peers inside forward 50. Not a whole lot that excites him. Eventually just wheels onto the right, and that's where he goes. Long and deep inside forward 50. Saniga there. No mark can be taken. Dangerous one back into the corridor. The Blues soccer it out of there, but the intercepting mark taken by Henry. And they're going to go straight back inside like a boomerang. Henry kicks to the top of the square, looking for Hewitt. It's gone beyond him, though. No mark can be taken. Still a chance for Hewitt. Kick around the body, and he's right. Just offline. Oh. 3 goals, 3 now for Lockie Hewitt. 14-7-91 at Warburton-millgrove. To the Blues, 13-7-85. Just a goal separates the two teams. Saniga with a long kick out of the defensive 50. Good strong mark is taken. And it's going to be a 25-metre penalty. And the Blues won't waste any time. They should be inside forward 50 off the back of this kick. Can someone take a mark? They can!
Neil.
It is Josh Neal, and he's within range. And he can potentially level the scores. He will back himself in. He's on a 45-degree angle, about 40 out. And this for the first goal of the last quarter. And this for the Blues to draw level. In a game that's gripped us from the very early stages to the last. In comes Josh Neal. A slow, deliberate approach. Looks pretty good off the boot. Does it hold the line? You bet it does. No.
It doesn't.
Thought he had it. It's just faded late. And so a reprieve for the Warby defence. Back to 5 points the difference. 13-8-86 now at Seville to 14-7-91. Hang on, what's going on here?
Mason O'Neill's got a free kick.
I have no idea what has happened here. But if you're tuning in on the radio, Yarra Valley FM 99.1, Mason O'Neill will have a set shot from 10 metres out directly in front.
What's he done? It's got under someone's skin.
Yeah, absolutely has.
Something's happened. Did anyone see that?
No.
I completely missed. I was writing down the score, and suddenly Mason O'Neill has got a shot from point-blank range. This to put the Blues back in front. Big moment in this game. In comes Mason O'Neill. And he puts it away. Seville back in front. 5th lead change of the game.
That's a 7-point play right there. That was strategic. And you would have thought that Mason O'Neill... He's one of those players that can get under your skin because he's got such a massive impact on the game when he gets going.
He's kicked 3 as well for the afternoon.
Oh,
he has. He's had a bit of an afternoon.
This is the afternoon he should have had when we were playing against Yarra Glen a couple of weeks ago, when he just had so many maybe and almost opportunities, and he's just making the most of them today.
He is most certainly, Adam. And you're right, a 7-point play instead of drawing level. They get back in front. Most welcome goal there for the Blues. Don't know how it came about, but they'll be very happy with that. Warburton-millgrove, they'll be fuming, and the ball's back in the middle.
This ball will be thrown up here in the middle of the ground. Tapped down one by Farrow. Farrow got clearing kick, but it's going to be a blocking, but it's going to come back to Farrow anyway. So I don't know why the advantage wasn't just paid, but it's going to come back to Farrow anyways. So Farrow, the recipient of this free kick, looks to move this ball forward now, assesses his options, then just goes long inside forward 50. Neal presents. It's going to fall shorter of him. Henry unable to take the intercept mark. Cesare goes in hard to try and get the ball moving forward. They eventually get a handball out. Ball at the bottom of the pack now. The umpire's probably going to have to blow his whistle. He looks like he's going to give him hold on the ball. And that he is. So it's going to go Warburton-millgrove's way. Yeah, so Cesare must have dragged it into the umpire. Is that 25? Because he didn't throw it to him on the full, but he's got away with it. So Baker has a look, then goes short up the middle of the ground to Walker. Been good today, Walker.
Sure has.
Now has a look in the middle of the ground and just brings it up the middle of the ground to looking for Lee. Lee unable to hold on to it. Just falls short of him, but Faruga now. Faruga bursts away. Faruga on the boot, just offline. But we've got a player in the goal square. Humphrey unable to work his way into the front position and is going to go through for a minor score off the boot of Faruga.
The scores are level again.
Yep.
So the ball to be brought back into play here through Iacone. Iacone now with ball in hand. Plays on. Runs wide to the pocket, then just bombs it down the line. Can he keep it in play? No, it's going to go out of bounds for a throw-in, or is that a kick?
I think it's a boundary throw-in.
I just thought because maybe they didn't get a hand to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, did go pretty wide.
So we'll have
I think
a
it
look.
bounced off
No,
in the
so it's going to be a boundary throw-in. Yeah, okay,
I
yep.
think it landed in the marking contest and either got punched or something.
So ball thrown back in. Aldridge gets front position, then just thumps it down. Can they move it forward here? Warburton-millgrove, that they do. Kick out of the stoppage. Going to go through for a minor score. No, it's going to miss the lot. So Seville, Warburton-millgrove missing a couple of chances to really get themselves back in front here early in this last quarter. Obviously Seville with that goal early through Mason O'Neill when he put through his third of the afternoon. So they have to gather the ball again from the car park.
So Iacone will be the recipient of the free kick. Bailey Humphrey will man the mark. Tucked away in the back pocket. 6 minutes have elapsed in the final quarter. And the game has no leader. 14-8, 92 apiece. So it's third or fourth time today the ball down that Gembrook end of the ground, as Leo would say, is gone miles and miles back. So Iacone to exit the defensive 50 for the Blues, and he finds Scortino. Provided a good option. Bailey Scortino goes out wide with the kick, and that's a good one as well to Saniga. So Sonny Saniga assesses the options up the line. He's got a couple of leads presenting to him, but he's turned it over. Baker takes the intercepting mark. He won't want to waste any time. He should be able to get Warburton-millgrove inside forward 50. No, he's going to back himself in on the set shot. Here we go. So man of the mark's right on that arc of about 45 metres. It's Cooper Colley. And Baker is going to line them up. He's probably going to have to kick this all of about 50 metres. It's a big ask, but not beyond him, I wouldn't think. So this to get Warburton-millgrove back in front. 7 minutes gone in the final quarter. In comes Baker. No angle to deal with pretty much. Long kick distance will not be a problem. He's got it! He's nailed it from long range. Warburton-millgrove back in front. 6th lead change for the game. Tom Baker with his second on the afternoon. And
whistle.
And a card.
Keep an eye on this. So Baker's kicked the goal. And it's getting willing in the middle again. There's a yellow card. And there's some Bronx cheers from the crowd. The goal will stand. Looks like Cooper Colley's had to come off. And I think it's going to be a free kick in the middle of the ground for Nelson Aldridge. It is. So this
gave it to a few fans too.
So it's going to be costly. So Warburton-millgrove in front, and they're going to get an easy centre clearance here because Seville have given away a free kick, and Aldridge just sends it long and hopes for the best. Oh, big fly from Westlake, but he's gone way too early again. That's the second time he's tried to do that today. Missed the timing completely. He got a bit of height.
Got a fair bit of height, just came down before the ball even got there.
Yep. The kick comes out wide to Aloy. Pretty much uncontested. Caneva provided a bit of pressure, but he couldn't get there in time. Aloy presses down the line. This might be an opportunity. Mason O'Neill gets the bounce of the ball, puts them inside forward 50. Bayer can't take the mark. It was fisted away from him. O'Neill with a good second effort. So too Bayer. Ball fumbles around all over the place, and it's going to be a stoppage inside forward 50 for the Blues. Can they respond? Umpire couldn't gather the ball cleanly. Up it goes. Aldridge just gets rid of his man, kicks towards the boundary line. It's a foot race. Alides is going to get there first. He was corralled though by Caneva. Ball is locked up, and it will be another stoppage on the broadcast wing.
So just right in front of us here. We've been going 9 minutes in this last quarter. 6 points separates the two teams. Baker gets it, shrugs off the tackle. Oh, they nearly managed to take him down, but a snap around his body. Can they make something work here? Hewitt just over his head, but here comes Henry bursting his way through, but can't quite take it cleanly. Saniga ties up. Now they move the ball forward through the middle of the ground here. Can Amar be taken? Yes, it can. It's going to be intercepted by Lee. Played a good game today, Lee. So has a look around now. Nothing he really liked. I think he thought Bayer was a teammate there because he had a look like he's going to give the handball off to him, but it wasn't a Warburton-millgrove player. So now they can move the ball here. They're on the far side of the ground near the interchange bench. They bring it back to Lee. Lee now looks around.
Trinity back on the ground as well, guys. So it looks like he must have been okay from that little hiccup before.
Brings it back into the middle to Henry. Henry now brings it wide to Walker. So slow build up, but working all right. As long as they don't turn it over, and they've done that all right as well. So now they can continue moving it forward here through Trendy. Trendy goes back to Walker.
I just can't get out of there, Trent.
So Walker plays on, tucks it on his arm, has one bounce, and then goes short, darting kick, but nearly turn it over to O'Neill, but Warburton-millgrove again, mop it up. Can they get out of this one? Yes, just long down the line now. Barr's going to park himself underneath it, just over his head, for moving it forward here. Here they go. Faruga, one bounce. Faruga towards goal. Faruga scores! 12 points the margin now.
There we go.
2 goals for Faruga. And what a passage of play. Just a slow build up, but in the end, if you're going to slowly build it up and end it like that, they'll do that as much as they want.
Well, it was just the patience, wasn't it, Trent? They didn't panic because Seville really hemmed them in. They just couldn't find a way. They went back, they went backwards, forwards, to the left, to the right, and eventually they found a way through. And Faruga, he did well. He got the Jets on, he got out the back, and they extend the margin to 12 points, which in the context of this game is actually a pretty significant lead. So it's back in the middle once again. Barr and Aldridge. Aldridge grabs the ball out of the ruck, and he can send Warburton-millgrove inside forward 50. Barr is there. He can't take the mark. Hewitt. Henry. Kick around his body.
No.
It's well and truly offline. It's gone the complete wrong direction. And it should be a boundary throw in just... No, probably about half forward, I would say.
Not the worst result, though.
No.
'Cause they can lock it in.
So they get a stoppage in their attacking end of the ground. So Woolridge up on the ruck this time for Warburton-millgrove. He'll go up against Bayer of Seville. Up it goes. Woolridge to the front, wins the tap. Puts it into a dangerous spot for the Kookaburras. Huge numbers around the contest. Seville desperately trying to get this ball out of their defensive half. They get a kick away for the moment. It finds a target. No, but the ball spun away from O'Neill. Warburton-millgrove try to get numbers back. Farrow on hands and knees. Ball goes towards the boundary line. Picked up beautifully by Leadys. Gets a kick away onto the left. No mark can be taken by Neil. Spills out the back to Lee. And Warburton-millgrove can counter-attack. No, but the intercepting mark is taken for the Blues. Now they can counter-attack. They come back into the corridor. Here's Jai Scortino. Scortino assesses the options up ahead. Continues to switch. Comes back into the corridor. Oh, gee, well done by Medson. He had Aldridge coming back the other way, but he held strong. And he'll put the Blues inside forward 50. Oh, but the intercepting mark. Well done, Jack Lee again. Had a terrific game today.
I've got him down for 2 goals as well, I think. Is that right? Correct?
I think he might have won. So Henry will come to the broadcast side of the ground. It's a bit of a pitching wedge looking for Aldridge, who can't take the mark up against Bayer. Socket forward by Caneva. How will this ball bounce? It's going to stay in play. Faruga keeps it in. Does well. Gets around Saniga. Jack Faruga. Kick was smothered. Cesare did brilliantly. Gets the handle away just in time. Scortino. Oh, no.
Oh, and he's aimed at the spectators almost. That was
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
a bit iffy, but he seems to have gotten a free kick.
Yep. Oh, so it's worked out in the end for Seville. That was going to be disastrous momentarily. So Cesare's got the ball at half back. Medson provides a short lead, and Cesare honours him. So Medson with the ball at half back, peered into the corridor, decided against that. Bayer provides a lead. He hasn't spotted it. Oh, he's got to be careful. Faruga's on his tail. He gets the kick away. Goes out wide to O'Neill in a one-on-one against Walker. Fisted away from O'Neill. Beautifully gathered, though. This is Tristan O'Neill. Puts the Blues inside forward 50, but Ben Pretty, what a game he's had as well. He's cut plenty off today, and he goes out wide and finds Aldridge, who won't take the mark, but he gets the ball under his control.
So Aldridge now, nice and steady, then brings it in short. So now they can move it around here. Caneva, long down the line. Can a mark be taken? Woolridge is there, but it's a nice strong mark taken out the back. Yes. He's told to play on, matter of fact, and Barr mets him. So if he's told to play on, it probably should have been holding the ball. Doesn't matter. Faruga gets there, puts it in the Humphrey direction. Humphrey, handle out to the running play. Has he put too much on it for Westlake? Not quite. Westlake stepped around the body. How's the bounce? Not quite enough on it, but a nice tackle laid by Humphrey in the square. Has the umpire see this? He says play on. Now they can get out of this if they can. All right, Elides.
Elides, yep, that's it.
Handball back. Now back to Elides. Runs out of trouble, then just goes long down the line. Gets out of trouble for now. Farrow in there, parks himself underneath it. But it's going to be intercepted here. And they can bring the ball back into Aldridge. Cesare coming the other way. Nearly collided. Here's Barr, and here's Henry as well. Henry, can he gather it? Yes, he can. Looks around. Can he get the sidestep going? 2-on-1, but he's met with a tackle. Now they can try and move it forward here, but no. O'Keefe gets back to help out. Aloy.
Very good.
Both the big boys have worked their way up the ground to help out. So now they bring it back to the ground. O'Keefe steals it off his own teammate. Then puts it inside 450 in the Farrow direction. Farrow, what a pickup. Farrow around his body. How's the carry? He's got it! How's the pickup? And the class there from Ryan Farrow. Big round of applause there for Nathan O'Keefe as well. How good was the play by O'Keefe?
The intercept marked and all.
Against his own teammate, he saw Di Pietrangelo and went, no, sorry, mate, I've got this covered. But it's worked out. And Ryan Farrow, what a game he's played today. He's been thrust into the ruck. He's competed well. He's kicked 3 goals. He gets the margin back to 6 points. And just want to gather by the big man. Not easy to do that sort of crumbing work at ground level, but he made it work. And it was a crucial goal for the Blues. They were in all sorts of trouble down their defensive half of the ground, but they got their way out, so it's back in the middle. Aldridge grabs the ball out of the ruck. Little chip kick forward. Through comes Caneva. Can he get the instant response for the Kookaburras? They go inside forward 50. No, they force the interception, and Morrison puts the Jets on, gets the handle away, finds Medson. Medson dishes off to Saniga. Saniga brings him back into the corridor. Oh, here is Jai Scortino. Gets a kick away to the left. The Blues are going to be inside forward 50. Farrow with another opportunity up against Trendy. Trendy gets the ball under his control. He finds Barr. Barr exits the defensive 50 coolly, but he might have just turned this over. Medson should be able to get there first. Oh, he didn't get a kind bounce at all. Henry's done really well in a 2-on-1 here, it has to be said. Medson eventually, though, gets it back to Saniga. Saniga, chip kick down the line, beautifully done to Bailey Scortino. He's got O'Neill in the corridor, spots him, the kick falls short of him. O'Neill, kick around his body. That was Tristan looking for Mason. Mason, was he taken high? Mason O'Neill, handle over the top. O'Keefe gets out the back. Oh, they get the tackle in just in time, Warburton-millgrove. But Ryan Farrow, can he kick goal number 4? Gets the handle away. Maybe Cesare will do. It is chaos out there in the forward 50 for Seville. Anyone's ball to be won. Umpire comes in and calls for a stoppage. Warby under all sorts of pressure, but they've held up for the moment. This game has got everything. Up it goes. Aldridge gets the Kookaburras out of trouble for the moment, but for how long? Now they can come through the corridor. Who's going to win the foot race? Medson again, who's been busy these last couple of minutes, but his kick was smothered. Can Warby go back the other way? Good strong tackle laid there by Tristan O'Neill. And another stoppage in the middle of the ground. My, oh my. This game, you just don't know what's going to happen next. Was Westlake held? Umpire calls them to go. It is a gridlock in the middle of the ground. That ball once again going nowhere, and the umpire has to call for yet another stoppage. Up it goes. Aldridge thumps it towards the outer side of the ground. Cesare will win the foot race. Oh, was he taken below the knees? No, he's not. Cesare puts him inside forward 50. The umpire called him to go. Picked up here at ground level. By Willoughby, I think it might have been. It's a boundary throw now inside forward 50, is it? Or is it a free kick?
Oh, it's on now.
It's a free kick now. It was going to be a boundary throw in, but I believe Seville had given away the free.
Yep.
Neil turned around and just chucked the ball straight at him.
Oh.
So it's going to be a free kick for Warburton-millgrove in the back pocket. I think it's Walker who will be the recipient.
Yeah, that's him.
So Walker will be the recipient of this free kick. Tucked up in the back pocket. We said the tension's been high all game, and it's been a great game for the match of the round. Currently Warburton-millgrove by 6 points. Good strong marker, top by Aldridge. He's been busy all day. Has a look around and just goes, cooks the one over the top and down the line. Can a mark be taken? Not quite. But now Warburton-millgrove swing around, put inside 450, but it's all Sonny Saniga there, and immediately plays on, bouncing off half-back, back down the line for where he going from. Bayer with a nice strong mark. Then he wastes no time, goes short down the line for O'Keefe. O'Keefe sliding, takes the mark. Here they go, Seville. Seville inside 450. Farrow's there, but again...
Ben Pretty, what a game.
Intercepting. He wastes no time. Is that play on? The umpire didn't see it. Geez, he's probably a bit lucky there, Pretty, to not be called to play on. But nonetheless, Pretty down the line. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it can. But Benninger. Now they have a look around. Doesn't know where he quite wants to go, so now they just go down Brings back into the middle of the top of the 50. Flying was Farrow from the back, unable to get it. All Warburton-millgrove. Baker handballs to himself over the top, but then can't quite get boot to ball. Henry chases after it. Here's Aloy. Aloy, step around his body. Going to be cut off there by Lee.
Right on the last line of defence.
Lee now. Goalkeeping stuff there. Brings it back into the middle. Does that well. Anduiza with ball in hand at centre half back. Doesn't quite know where he wants to go, but now he plays on and just goes wide and long. There's a free kick being paid, and it's going the way of Warburton-millgrove. Going to Aldridge. Aldridge now has a look around. Doesn't quite know where he wants to go, so he opts to just go long down the line. Sees Faruga at the back. Faruga flies, unable to hold the ball. Can they get this in their hand? Warburton-millgrove. Now the crowd really getting involved. Shouts to hold the ball. Umpire disagrees. They play on here. Now here goes Seville down the line. Can a mark be taken? Yes, no. Farrow and O'Keefe get in each other's way and affect the mark. Here goes Baker. Handball over the top. Now they can go inside 450 Warburton-millgrove. They got one out the back. Hewitt. He holds the mark.
I reckon he'll back himself into Trent. He's got
player down too.
Yeah, Farrow's still down in the middle of the ground after that big hit.
Hewitt plays on, wheels around. Look at the kick. I think it's just across. So close. And all my day for Lockie Hewitt, 3 goals, 4 now. Normally so reliable in front of goal.
16-9, 105 to 15-8, 98 as the Blues exit the defensive 50. A lead is will waste absolutely no time. Goes out wide to Bayer. Farrow's back up, which is the most important thing for the Blues. And he's the deepest forward as well. Long kick inside forward 50. Neal's the target. Can he take the mark? No, he can't. Spills to ground level. Ben Pretty again. What a game he's played. Real scrimmage ball at ground level. Anyone's ball to be won. Umpire circling. And it's going to be a stoppage on the outer side.
That was one of the stranger contests I've seen. Actually, the ball was about 3 metres out of the pack, and you just had 2 players tackling each other in the middle.
So it's at half forward for Warburton-millgrove. 22 minutes of elapsed in this final quarter. The Kookaburras with a 7-point margin. Up it goes. Aldridge and Bayer. Aldridge with a little finger tipper on it. Can the Blues get the next one? It's so crucial for them. Warby, well, you probably wouldn't say home just yet, but if they get the next one, it's going to be a real uphill battle for Seville. There can't be too long left to go in this game. So another boundary throw, and again it'll be Bayer and Aldridge to do battle in the ruck. Up it goes. Aldridge just thumps it back the other way. Can Scortino get it under his control? No, he can't. But it is picked up by Alides. Alides taken in a tackle straight away. It goes out wide. Tom Maher does beautifully. Has a bounce. He might even have a second. No. He gets the kick away on the right. Humphrey flies, but he can't take the mark. Saniga mops up the crumbs. Gets the handle away to Benninger. Benninger peers into the corridor. Looking for Aspen O'Neill, who takes the mark. It's centre half back for Seville. Goes out wide once again. O'Keefe is the option, and he'll waste no time. Nathan O'Keefe kicked to centre half forward, but he turned it over. Lockie Hewitt doing the defensive work on this occasion. What's he doing down there? So well done, Lockie Hewitt. Got back and cuts it off for Warburton-millgrove. Chips it short. Here is Baker. Baker will go short again. In no real hurry, Warburton-millgrove. That's fair enough. They've got a 7-point buffer for the moment. Oh, interesting one. Semple didn't get a kind bounce at all, and they've run themselves into trouble, Warby. And it's holding the ball, and the Blues are about to be inside forward 50 again. A lead. He's at the last quarter.
That was his own teammate, Trent.
Oh, he's lucky then.
He certainly is.
Alides. He just goes short for the moment, and that might just work out. Now the Blues are going inside forward 50. Here's Dominic Aloy.
He'll play on and wheel around.
Yeah, you're right, Trent. He does exactly that. He's not going to make the distance, though. Can a mark be taken? Farrow is the mark!
Yep.
It is! Farrow will line them up. He's at a tight angle. But the day that he's had, you wouldn't put it beyond him. This to get it back to 1 point the difference. He will run around onto the right. Brian Farrow makes no mistake. He absolutely loves it. Seville back within 1 point the difference. 16-9, 105 to Warburton-millgrove, 16-105 to Seville, 16-104. It is just 1 point the difference here at Max Park Oval. What are we witnessing here?
What a match of the round. Pat on the back for us for choosing this game. But what a beautiful game these two teams are putting together as well.
Yep, exactly right.
But you got to give us a pat on the back as well.
No, we've
those two teams and us.
We've absolutely nailed it, Trent, as we wait for the ball to come back in the middle. Farrow's kicked his fourth. He's had a colossus day. He's played in the ruck all day. He's kicked 4 goals.
I reckon the second half they've gone with more Bayer and decided just to rest Farrow more forward, and he's had an immediate impact.
He has.
So ball back in the middle of the ground, 1 point the margin here now. Here goes Aldridge, grabs out of ruck and just boots it forward, but it's all several players here. How's the bounce? It's okay in the end. They go backwards to Benniger. Benniger now. Now they get a kick moving forward. How's it bounce? Scortino now. Shrugs off that tackle and does really well. Puts it down the line. Does it stay in play? Oh, into the fence. Umpire being paid the mark. So they'll move it forward here for Jai Scortino. Now he brings it in the middle of the ground looking for O'Keefe. How's the kick? Going to be spoiled by Pretty. Saniga comes in, grabs it in the middle of the ground, but he's tackled again by Pretty.
Look at all the Warburton-millgrove players who have flooded into the midfield.
Yep.
So now, ball to be thrown up. Aldridge gets the front position and then just taps it down to his feet. No one there really to get it. See, Warburton-millgrove, they won't be mad with stoppage after stoppage after stoppage here. I think that's why Aldridge is just tapping it below his feet or grabbing it because he knows stoppages aren't bad. Then again, he grabs it again, boots it. Barr's going to chase after this. So is Westlake. Barr grabs it, shrugs off the tackle. Barr, handball to Henry. Henry, short kick to Humphrey. He's got it. There's a whistle.
It's going to go to Humphrey.
So it was going to be a free kick back to Henry, I think. And there's the siren. Humphrey's just going to quickly take the kick. He doesn't care if it goes through. He still puts it through anyway. And Warburton-millgrove have won in a thriller by 7 points.
Well done there by Tyson Henry. I mean, it didn't matter in the end, but that was just composure. He could have blazed away. He got it to Bailey Humphrey. He didn't know when the siren was going to go. He didn't know that there was seconds left. But what a thrilling match of the round we've had here. Seville, it was a gallant fight, but Warburton-millgrove come away with a huge victory. They get their revenge from round 4. 17-9, 111 has defeated Seville, 16-8, 104. Adam, what a game we've seen here once again between these two sides.
Oh, my word. This is going to be an ongoing rivalry for the next however many years. This is a really good matchup between these two sides. Again, only a 7-point margin. It was only 8 points last time. It's only 7 this time, but the result's the opposite.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
The only problem is, if one of them does go all the way, we won't get to see it next year.
No, exactly right.
Oh, yeah, true. I never thought about it. Oh.
That is the main thing. So maybe we need to see an upset, but it's just been a fantastic day. We'll be get revenge in both the A-grade netball and the senior footy in a couple of really thrilling games. We'll throw it back to the studios of Yarra Valley FM for a short break. When we come back, we will wrap up all the scores from around the grounds in the Outer East.
Mummy, Daddy, can we ride the train?
All aboard.